What's up?
Wait, I just saw what Timber wrote. I think he's
Listen.
talking about the temperature. Let me see. It says here.
Yeah, it's not 80 degrees up here in Connecticut. I'll tell you that much. I'm freezing my fucking ass
I
off.
was it's beautiful in Florida. It's 65.
65
Beautiful.
is 30 is 38. Where the fuck am I? Hold on. Yeah, 38 degrees. It's fucking
Like fucking snow up there.
is brick. Yeah, well, it's not snowing, thank God, but it's gonna rain this week. I don't know, man.
Ugh, the worst when it snows, like the first fresh snow that doesn't really stick, and then it rains, and then
Yeah,
it's just
it's
the
like
worst.
weird. Like we didn't get like the real. But then again, I'm also like it being in New England, and like and even you, like you being from New York and stuff like that. Like like it's in a major city in New England. Like yeah, snow's nice, yeah. And then but like it was cool snow days or
Shit was
whatever.
nice on
Now
TV.
that shit is just annoying.
My
Like
wife does that shit every time. Oh my god, that looks. Look at that fresh white snow. Like, no, I grew up around yellow snow. That ain't fresh. Fuck that.
shit. Yeah,
Seen on
all the
TV.
fucking dogs. Like now you got a couple of hours of
Yellow
like
and
messing
brown
around
fucking
and being
yeah, yeah,
outside
yeah,
in the
yeah.
snow, and then once everybody's got to take their dogs out or whatever like that, it's like nah,
Yeah.
you're bugging if you're trying to play. You don't know what dog shit in that
When
area, what dog
when
pissed in
human
that
nature
area.
takes over, they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, it's snow. Nobody gonna give a shit. Oh, yeah, we give a shit. Especially when you're a
Shit.
kid and you're playing around that snow. Oh my god, it's like, what is this? Oh, you come home with
Uh,
brown stuff. And,
mm-mm.
oh,
Nope.
I remember, bro. And I'll say this: I remember like playing in the snow when I was a kid, like football, two hand touch, football, like rough touch,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and coming home and not knowing what the fuck was up. And my mom was like, go burn your fucking clothes. I'm like, what happened? She goes, you
That's
smell like dog shit.
that's funny.
What's
Yeah.
up, man? How was your week, baby?
Chilling, man. Yo, I I can't spoil it, and I know we're not like a movie like podcast or whatever, and I'm not gonna do it. But I told you yesterday. Um, I went to go see Avatar.
Mm.
I won't listen.
You
Yeah, I'm not.
text me like, yo, this is it. This is the
Yeah,
movie.
I'm just gonna say it. Like, and I didn't. You know what I mean? It's like honestly, it's
No hype,
like
no hype, no cap. Yeah.
for me, like it's definitely like it's. I know we're 2 years in, like, and this could just be like I could be guessing it, but it's like movie. It could be movie of the decade. Like could be movie of the decade
I
for
wouldn't
me.
doubt it. It's
It's
fucking
top
James
10.
Cameron Avatar. Yeah.
Dude, it's definitely a top 10 movie for me. And outside of story, like I said, everybody read it. It's getting good reviews, critic wise and stuff. I'm waiting to see like really what the user reviews are, and I'm interested to see what it does box office wise. But visually, like there is not, I can't compare it to anything else like visual effects, like not Star
Mm.
Wars, not Star Trek, not like, think of anything, not anything that has ever used CGI before. Like you want to talk about latest and greatest, and then in the way and a manner in which the CGI was used in this film, it was just too lifelike, man. Like
It makes sense why he took his time. He
yeah,
was waiting
I
for it to get
understand.
it.
I can't, and yeah, and me not being the big, like, I don't like the way James Cameron acts, like, and the shit that the bravado
Like
that he fucking carries with. I'm gonna shut the
social
fuck.
media kind of shit. Yeah.
I'm shutting up now. I can't. I can't. I understand. I
Can't
get
deal
it
with all
now.
that.
I get
I
it.
get I get your movie. I get you. I get it. I get why you say shit like that because like,
Nah, you're
watch
like he's him.
Avatar 1
Nah,
now too.
he's him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But visually, that's what I've been getting from you, from everybody like I trust in the circle that I know I can trust their opinions and shit. It's like that's all I've been getting about Avatar 2. Bro,
Bro.
if you watch it, IMAX 3D. If you do less, you said this.
Yeah.
If you do less than that, you're doing a
I'm
disservice to the
sorry.
film.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry. It'll still
time
look
to
dope because the
piggyback.
trailers. It was even like what my dad was saying when my dad saw the trailers for it. Like it looks insane. Like right, like even when you like look at it, but like to really appreciate it, like you gotta see it in the way in which the director wanted you to see it, and he definitely
Hmm.
wanted you to see it in IMAX, and he probably wanted you to see it in 3D as well
I mean,
too.
I ain't gonna lie. I literally like when the movie was being announced and everything and promoted. I'm like, yeah, I'll Disney Plus the shit out of it.
That's
I'm
what I'm
not.
saying. Yeah, like oh,
And
that's
now with
it.
all these, you guys be like, oh, you
Nah,
got it. Like, fuck, I gotta go break my
you
baby
gotta
bank.
go. You gotta go to the movie theater, man, and you gotta peep it.
The movie experience lately, like I went last week or so, 2 weeks ago, to watch fucking the latest the Black Panther movie.
Yes.
And even though it was weeks later, I'm assuming theater's gonna be empty, bro. It was
Shit
half
was.
empty, but you still have idiots that like on their
Yeah.
phone watching work videos and TikTok, and I'm like, and that's why I tweeted yesterday. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, this is what kills. I want to see movies like that, Avatar, in theaters, but people like that ruin your experience. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
don't need to see your glaring screen while I'm watching, like, you laughing and having conversations. And I'm in the wrong if I say, shh, like, yo, relax, bro. I understand you're bored, but I want to experience this, man.
We were fortunate enough, like the theater we went to over by where I'm at up here in Connecticut, like it was cool. There wasn't really anybody really talking to be disruptive or stuff like that. But I think it's just like a product of like kind of where you are, the type of people that are around, and you know what I mean. Like
comfortable,
people are
very
always going to
comfortable.
be people, no matter where you are in the country, in the world. You know what I mean? But
And you would think because I tried to hack where it's like let me buy like the what do you call the dinner and a movie tickets. Those are expensive.
yes,
I don't
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think people are gonna buy those tickets and go in there fool around like be assholes.
Nah,
Nah, man, it's like the hack is over. Like that, fuck it, fuck the hack. Because now I get the response of, bro, I paid $50 too. I could do whatever the fuck I want. You got it, bro. You got it. You're right. You got it. It's your space. You're living in it. You got it.
tell you, but we were fortunate too. But like, cause ended up going to like a matinee, so like IMAX, it wasn't that much. Like you know what I mean? Saved a couple of bucks. It was early, but the theater was fucking packed because it's opening weekend. You know what I
Opening
mean? Get
weekend.
in there, and then we started seeing the IMAX trailers, and that was another thing that was kind of cool too. It's cool when you go to IMAX because you see like the trailers in IMAX for like other movies coming. So saw the Ant-Man trailer, saw in IMAX. That was dope.
Oh,
3D.
they showed it.
Yeah, they showed Ant-Man trailer in IMAX 3D, which
Ooh,
was sick. They showed Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer IMAX 3D, which was
ooh.
crazy, and
In
Oppenheimer.
that format, I'm
The
assuming, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
They showed it in that because you was in IMAX theater.
Oh,
They
because
showed
we
it
were
in
in the
that.
IMAX. Yeah, they showed it like that in 3D.
Mm.
And then Oppenheimer as well. IMAX, a new Chris Nolan film coming out. Just
Oh,
that,
I can't wait for
yo,
that.
oh my
I love those
God.
movies, bro. Those type of movies are my shit.
Just,
Like
between,
Interstellar and fucking
uh-huh.
like those type of like just like this the scope of making a movie like that. It's not your typical paint by numbers kind of movie, which has been lately. Like when movies like that come out, that and the gangster of New York type of gritty
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
movies,
no, for sure. Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, no,
What up, Umbra?
that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what up, Umbra? And even what Yobi was saying too. That's what I mean. Somebody told me they were like, "Yo," because there's this website. Everybody got a website. There's a website, not
Hey,
promoting,
their website. Yeah, here's the link.
not promoting. Yo, there's a website. They got it. Yo, it looks crazy. Nah, you can't. I can't. I mean,
It's
yeah,
like
do
you
it
feel a
after.
theater. It's like no, it's really not.
Do it
It's really
after. Do that shit after you've
right,
seen
right,
it.
right, right.
At least
After
go and see
you've seen
it
it and
if
you
you
want to
can.
catch it, like, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
if you can, I would recommend, and definitely IMAX. IMAX. I mean, 3D, and
You
3D
know,
is not
there
for
are
everyone.
movies
Like,
that I would watch that way because it's just not worth the movie theater experience.
yeah,
You know, and to me, that's becoming kind of almost every Marvel fucking movie now. Um, but it's I mean, what else is there in the fucking theaters but Marvel movies? But
true.
like that, like Avatar, nah, man. You can send me 8 different links. Nope. I'm not. I'm gonna. I want to. I want to experience this fucking movie.
Yeah,
Not just not just be like, oh, fuck it. I want to save. No, this is movie I want to support. So yeah, there's movies you gotta pay for. Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Tim. See, he
Well,
gets
just
it.
experience them. Like I could, it's just and this is definitely one of those. In my opinion, that's another thing. In my opinion, is one of those movies, and it's not like a radical opinion, but it's still my opinion. It's one of those movies where I feel like you have to see it in the way in which at least the director
Especially a
wanted you
guy
to
like
see it.
James Cameron who actually uses those formats and bakes it into his films,
Sure,
not an add-on or slap-on, effect. Like he literally bakes these things into the film. You know you're gonna get an experience with a James Cameron Avatar movie. Like
sure,
it's just you're gonna get that. It's not we slapped on 3D and IMAX so you can get blind to fucking theaters and get death because we wanna just pump up the volume and call it fucking surround sound. No, no. Like I appreciate that. Like when I watch Wakanda or
yeah.
Black Panther, like literally like you can tell the 3D audio was like baked in because you can hear like shit on the left side, behind you, in front of you. Like at times I'm going, huh? What the fuck? Like
Yeah.
why is it behind me like that? Like, and I'm sitting way in the back, like my usual in the back middle by the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and still hearing sound behind me. I'm like, how is that fucking possible? I'm on a wall,
Now we
but
had
I
dope. We had dope seats. We had back center. Like literally, like my own girl, she hooked it up. Like it was me, her sister, and her sister's boyfriend, and just like I said, we got there. The place was fucking packed, obviously. But we just sat down, and then just really good seats, and then obviously you get the glasses on. Takes my eyes at least a couple of minutes to like adjust to the 3D and stuff. But then
mm-hmm.
even when they do the countdown, when like the IMAX things first starts, like the whole screen fills up, right? And then they
Yeah,
start
yeah,
doing the
yeah.
IMAX
It
preview,
gets
and the
small to
the
big, yeah.
fucking numbers, right? And the numbers are flying at you and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing all like the spatial audio and stuff, the surround sound. I'm like, all right, here we go.
some movies are even taking the 4D approach
Well,
where if it's
the smell-o-vision, they've been working on that for years, but yeah, we have 40x cinemas out
living in
here
the
as
Bronx,
well
they had
too.
vision for a while.
Yeah, that's what they do in Disney down there. They have that at
Hmm.
Epcot and whatever I
Oh yeah,
forget.
they got the rights like that.
Yeah.
The one popular ride on Universal Studios, Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie ride, and literally they use smell, they use the sense,
All
they
that,
use
the
the air
senses.
move,
Yeah.
and you're not moving anywhere, but because the way they immerse you into it, it's just a screen moving,
Yeah.
and the way they immerse you, you feel like you're literally falling off of a building, and you're web slinging to the place. Like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. But when you do it a couple of times, you realize, okay, I'm yelling for no reason because the screen is moving, not the fucking chair. Like it's that real. Like it feels that real. Pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, but if I can, I'm gonna break the big piggy bank and see if I can. In this house, it's not just one person. I have to take the whole fucking family. Like I don't want to watch that movie, so I'll go watch it by myself. Nah, we all going
Yeah.
because you don't want to watch. But still,
Yeah.
it's a family event. Oh, okay, cool.
That's true. But yeah, man, so that was, I mean, that was the highlight for sure. That was definitely the highlight of the
Nice.
week. And then just gaming. I see got some League clips on there. That last clip that was just shown on the pod. I was playing some League with the boys, of course. And then just man, gaming Destiny, got doing some dawning. The
Oh, speaking
yearly,
of this, there's a weapon that they I don't know if they introduced it yet, but they're
which one?
about to introduce the one that's like a hybrid weapon. It's like an assault, but it's like I saw somebody tweet it out. I'm like, this is gonna be in Destiny. Like it's like a weapon that does two different. Like it actually can hold. I don't. I'm not into Destiny like that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like it holds two. You know how weapons in that game it could be either arc or
So they've been experimenting with weapons like that. It's not the first weapon they've done where it has multiple burns. They have a
yes, that's,
weapon. Yeah, there's a weapon called a hard light that you're able to switch
I remember
between
that one.
reloads. When you reload, it'll change the burn. There's other weapons
Okay.
too that they have where they change the it changes the burn as well too. In between the weapons and stuff. So
Like
they've
in the
had
game,
weapons
right?
like that
Not
before.
not having to
Yeah,
switch it outside of the game to bring it in.
yeah, no, in
It's
in the game
fine.
you could switch the burn that you're using, but there's also weapons now too that ignore, like there's an exotic weapon called the Arbalist where it doesn't matter what type of shield they could have. They could be stasis enemies, they could be solar, void, or arc, and if you're using this, it's a linear fusion rifle. If they have a shield on and you shoot them with it, it pierces through their
Is that
shield,
already in the game?
and it's universal. It's already in the game. Yeah, it's one of the,
I think that's
for
the one
high end
the guy.
content. It's one of the best exotic weapons to use.
I think that's the one somebody tweeted. It looked like an assault rifle with a flashlight on it or something. I mean, maybe
Mm,
it's different, but
could
it
be a
was like
different good. Yeah,
aesthetically it looked really good.
yeah, no, it's just it. I'll be honest with you. This season, I'm actually having a lot of fun with. I'm really trying to grind out moments of triumph, even though I have a couple of weeks for that before the reset, February 28th, at the end of the
Mhm.
season with the new expansion. But I'm really like going hard, trying to like grind out the moments I definitely wanted to do. The moments of triumph, which they do every year. Get the seal, get the little thing that shows at the bottom of your name and stuff. Because I fucked up last year. I could have did it last year and I didn't do it. So I was kind of I had the FOMO of it. So I'm doing it now. Seriously. So I just been working on doing it now. And then that's pretty much it, man. A little bit of Call of Duty grinding. Oh, shipment.
Little shipment,
Shipment.
little die, respawn, die, respawn, die some more.
I
Yeah.
mean, shit. Well, yeah, but just like because it was double weapon XP, and then
Oh
like
yeah.
there are
Grind
three decoys and fucking and
all
DDoS,
day,
and,
all day. And
and
DDoS,
and
yes.
I'm going up 10 to 15 levels on weapons in
Just
one
don't like
game.
right when you spawn, throw them shit to the floor. Here you go. Here you go.
So
Here
I
you go.
ended up going through. I got all the SMGs at leveled up, and I'm not talking about just like camos, but I ended up getting all the SMGs leveled up. Obviously, all the ARs completed, all the LMGs completed, all the marksmans completed, snipers I almost have done, and then you see people running around with the fucking rockets and all that stuff. But
Oh,
it was
they're trying to
it
get
was
that gamble. Yeah.
it was the best time it was than ever right now. And obviously they knew what they were doing, putting the map in and having it because and it can be fun, like honestly. But that's also a game mode too, where it's like I literally mute the game. I don't even think about.
Oh no,
I
that's
have
definitely a mute. That's definitely
it's
and I end up putting a perk I usually don't ever put on, but for this map I do.
I had a quick
The
fix. Well,
I
for
have
me,
the
I
one
was
that
using quick fix.
doesn't remind you as much because everybody's fucking flashbanging and there's
Oh
just two
yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
a hard wire or hard whatever. It's something I forget. It reduces that. It's
I don't know.
dude
It
from the
might be
beginning of
battle.
the game.
It could be battle hardened or something.
Yeah, battle hard. There you
Battle
go.
hardened.
Like
Yeah.
from the beginning of the game, I'm literally looking at my monitor, like making fucking different emotional faces, just because I'm thinking I'm taking pictures. Like that's literally what it is. Like
Yeah.
flashbulb after flashbulb. I'm like, yo, what is this?
No, and then consistently, and it's not just like, okay, yeah, I'm flashed for 7 seconds, and then another one just right on cue. Okay, I'm flashed for another set, and then by the time you realize it's like, oh, I respawned. Okay, cool.
Like, yo, like there should be a definitely there should be like a warning sign after before every flash. Hey, if you know suffer from seizures, like
At the beginning of the
or
game,
not.
like they do in
Yeah,
other things, they literally should do that because it's a little obscene.
trigger. It can trigger. Like I can see it. It's bright as fuck, man. It's just like one time when they were in the beginning of me playing the game, it gave me a fucking headache because of that shit. Like it literally gave me a migraine
Well,
because
especially
it's
too,
just
like, do you play like and it doesn't hurt, it doesn't help the fact that like for me, I don't play with the lights on in my room. Like so,
I
like
don't.
sometimes like if it's like dark and shit, and then next
Yeah,
thing you know, you see this huge bright thing illuminating from your monitor. It's like, all right,
that's
that's yeah,
that,
that
dude,
sucks.
that's exactly. I play with my lights off when that bright light comes on. I take advantage of it now. What I do is when that bright light comes on, I look for the stuff that I can't
That's
see
what
in
I
the
mean.
dark.
It's like, oh, there's that potato chip that I dropped a
Oh,
week ago.
there's that. Yes, there's that potato chip right there. Or I'd be like, damn, I got a dust.
Yeah, it's like, yo, where's the dust bunny? You know what I mean?
What's the dust? Yeah, goddamn. Where's the air compressor cat?
Yeah, so, right, exactly. Like, shh.
There's that pickle. What the fuck?
Oh, it's fucked up.
Yo, revealing, revealing fucking conversation. No, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's cool. You Avatar's your highlight. I like that. I gotta
Avatar's a
watch.
highlight for sure. But what about you, man? How was your week?
Still dealing with the stupid ass bad back, with the spasms and everything. But no, I went to the hospital, got that shit, looked at, and they did what they gotta
Little
do.
cortisone hit you with the
A little
cortisone?
cortisone shot, helped for a couple of hours. But been in bed mostly for the whole week. But I've been playing from using the cloud
Yeah,
like
man.
tremendously on my phone, and it's especially when with the condition I'm in, it literally it's a lifesaver, especially for gamers that can't get up and be mobile. Bro,
Mm.
I've been playing. You already know it, Vampire Survivors. You already know it. I played
The
that shit.
Yeah, DLC?
DLC, $2, baby. Oh,
Yeah.
and shout out to Stormy for getting me that DLC. She hit me up and she goes, "Hey, here's a gift. I know you love fucking Vampire Diary. Oh, Diary. I keep saying Diaries.
That's
It's
funny.
one of my favorite shows, anyways. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, you like the game? Here's the DLC. I got it, but it took me like literally half a day, and I finished it completely. Not because it's easy,
Right.
but because I'm so into the damn game. It's like, oh, I know what to do. And now I have a flow of the game, so I know how to get these characters. I know how to get these builds up and evolve what like the weapons. By the way, the new characters. There's one I don't really like too much.
Yep.
He's like a monk kind of character. I don't like him. He's slow as hell,
Yeah.
and his attack move is like these beads that fly around you.
Okay.
So not really good. You really gotta invest into like speed, like the wings for speed and like different things just to like get and defense. Like you really gotta invest in that kind of stuff. So it kind of throws you off on your normal builds that you crutch on. Your Bibles and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
it kind of you gotta like start building over here first, like your attributes before you can do weapons.
Yeah, I got you.
That character. So it's like, oh, so. But nah, man, played that. Finished it up. I've been playing High on Life, a little game called High on Life. I don't know if
Yes.
I heard that, but High on Life is on there. Ended up playing that. Fucking game is it's. I'll tell you this, man. It's a game that reminded me how to have fun in a game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we have fun in Call of Duty. We have fun in Destiny. We have fun in different games, Vampire Survivor. We have fun in these games, but this game reminded us this is what video gaming should be and was in the past. It's just straight, just humor, gameplay, fun. Forget that forget that the whole 4K and 60. Forget all that.
Oh,
It's just
almost like the old school Duke Nukem games back in the day when
yes.
you just listen
It's
to
just
his
the
like one.
humor is so good, but it does. I can see how it can hit and miss on certain
For
communities.
people. Well, and we
For
talked about
people.
this though. Like, if you not necessarily that you had to be the biggest Rick and Morty fan, but like if that wasn't, it's even like what my brother was saying. Like, if you're not, big on to because it's technically it's Morty's voice, right? The actor that
It's
plays.
Morty's voice.
Yeah.
Rick is in the beginning, very beginning of which threw me the fuck off when I started the game. Which is the way the game starts. By the way, is phenomenal.
Okay.
Like it threw me off because I hit start and it threw me into like literally right from the beginning. It's like this Katie game when you're shooting and it's like a lawyer talking to you and the lawyer is played by the Rick voice.
Right.
And he's like, "I'm your lawyer. I'm your divorce lawyer." And he's talking. I'm like, "What is this?" and I'm laughing, but I'm like, this ain't what? Is this High Life? Did I download the wrong game?
Okay.
And I keep playing, and then literally, like your sister comes in the room, and she's like, "Are you gonna be on that game all day long?" Is when I caught. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm playing in my room." And like,
Mm.
then you hit your character hits pause, and it pans out from the screen that you're playing on, and it's like then you start talking to the system like, "Yo, that
So
was
it's like some fourth wall
cool."
shit, basically, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
and it
yeah.
does it a lot. There's fourth wall moments a lot in the game. Um, but the humor's very in your face. It's crass. It's very like adult, mature,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sexual,
Very
humor.
adult, very Adult Swim.
Very Adult Swim. Very
Yeah,
Adult Swim.
yeah, yeah.
If you, I mean, again, if you watch Rick and Morty, it's that times 10. It's like it amps it up. It's really that thing. It's one thing, and I read this from someone. I forgot who it was, but on Twitter. It's one thing to be interactive and invested in a movie, but to do that in a video game with the comic relief it provides, it's hard. But they nailed it. Like it has the proper balance of the game, and the weapons they have their own character, like their own personality. Each one does. Also, the world is so alive, bro. Like, and what I mean by that is every NPC that you visit in the hub they're having like this discussion without you even being there, and you're
Mm.
walking up on them and you're hearing this conversation between just two different people, like, and they're all different every time. It's just amazing. It makes the world come alive. Another aspect of that game, and I'm going into High Life, but another aspect of that game is that they have like these old 80s, 90s movies that play in these TVs, like actual film,
Okay.
like actual film plays on the, and you can, and I've done this. You can sit there and literally watch the whole thing.
That's funny.
And I've done that. 30 minutes into, I'm like, wait, I'm watching this shit. What the hell am I doing?
I remember seeing somebody clip. There was a part where it's like you were sitting around. There was like a room. I don't know what part of the game it was, but you literally could sit around and like wait like a whole hour or something like that. Like I don't
Yes, there's
like
achievements
it's like
tied to that stuff too,
oh
where
okay,
it's like
okay,
like a robot that does a countdown, and
yeah.
it's like a 30-second countdown, but this dude is like procrastinating the whole fucking time, the robot, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna count down from 30, and then the next number is 29, but I'm gonna start at 30. This is not zero, it's 30. He just continues doing that,
It's for like
and
an hour.
literally
It's for like an hour though that he does this, correct? Or like 45.
it's
It's
like,
like
well, it does it for like 15 minutes. That's the achievement. You got to watch that for
oh
15
okay,
minutes. And literally, it runs for 15 minutes. Him doing this until he gets to zero, and it's an achievement that pops after that. But there's that in the game. And the movie I'm talking about has Paul Walker in it. It's Paul Walker, and I forgot the lady's the actress's name. But Paul, it's like young Paul Walker, and I forgot the other girl's name. But they're in this movie, and it's one of those really cheesy 90s 80s films.
okay.
Like it's crazy shit like about jocks, and I'm going, yo, I could watch this shit. Like I could watch this, and I did for 30 fucking minutes. Like, oh, I gotta play the game.
That's funny.
But no, man, if you haven't played High Life, man, it's on Game Pass. You guys gotta give that. It's a gem. I said this early on when it first came out. The game is a fucking gem. Hell, one of my fucking tweets like had like 35,000 views on that shit just for one clip of that game.
Mm.
And people were into it, man. People were like, "Oh my god, this is that game." I didn't realize that because obviously Xbox fucking marketing is like,
Right.
you know,
Well, that part.
abysmal. But yeah, it's like, but it's people were like, mostly positive commenting was like, "Yo, I didn't know the game was like this. I'm into this. I want to play this. I want to get it, but I'm gonna buy it. Fuck Game Pass. I'm gonna buy it." I'm like, "Fuck whatever however you gotta get it. Just
Yeah,
play it,
just
bro."
play it. Yep. That's
It's good.
dope,
So
man.
I mean, High on Life. What else did I do? Obviously, played the COD. Finished my run for camos. All my weapons, and I mean all of them, DLCs and all, are now not polyatomic. What's the Orion?
All
Yes,
right.
they're all Orion. There you go. They're all Orion. They're all Oreos. So they're all
Nice.
good. And that honey badger that new gun that just dropped
Yeah.
this past week. Oh, it's the. I mean,
So
I don't call
so
it
you
spoiler.
beat the game.
Yes, I beat the
It's
game. Yeah,
until next season when they drop new
until
weapons.
until more content drops. Yeah. I'm there now. As much content as this fucking game provides, I'm like now I'm at the point like, okay, I'm done with my weapon cam,
So I
which is
didn't
my
mention,
primary.
and you know what's funny? I didn't mention to you. I'm sorry to cut you off real quick, but I wanted to ask you. Remember we were talking about the raid?
Yeah,
Did you play it at all? Did you go
I
into it
haven't
and
I
play it?
haven't played at all. I haven't played
Okay.
at all, but I got the key, and it's very easy because you can do top 20 finish on Warzone or DMZ
Yes.
if you challenge.
Yes.
You can do DMZ, and we talked about it last week, where you take the final chopper with 30,000 in your bank,
Yeah.
or you just do a bounty, a daily that's in the regular multiplayer mode. To me, that's the easiest.
Yep.
And for me was to get 3 flashbangs. I just went to shipment flashbang 3 times, and I got the key, but I haven't played it yet because unfortunately it forces you to create a squad of
You
three
need to be in a party of 3. That's correct.
matchmaking, which is I hate
And
that.
and so I
I
played
understand.
it. I got to the final what I'm assuming is the final part. I won't spoil it for
Oh,
people that
Tammy and
didn't
the
play
T-Rex.
it.
Yes, thank you for that. Yes, that's the name of this. That's the name of the movie, Tammy and the
Tammy
T-Rex.
and T-Rex.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Coming
fucking
in with the
good.
clutch.
It's fucking good. It's hilarious as fuck, bro. Like there's a scene where they fucking grab each other's or whatever. It just go ahead.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a weird place to leave it at. I kind of want to let you finish that.
Well,
Right.
they like Paul Walker's. He has the girl. I forgot the actress' name, but
Uh-huh.
he's dating her, and I guess her ex. They both jockeys. I guess the ex comes in and he's all bravado, like, oh, I'm the best and this and that because they're jockeys, and they start fighting. And the coach like tries to intervene, the principal, but as they're fighting, they both start grabbing each other. Like the fight is whoever submits to like the ball grabbing first loses.
Gotcha.
So they both grabbing each other and and then at the end, Paul Walker wins, and the coach is like, "How the hell did you not feel all that?" He goes, "Oh, I wore a cup."
Okay.
It's like, okay,
Yeah, it is one of those shit. Okay. Well,
yeah,
so
one of those.
back to the raid conversation real quick.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
you need 3 people. And, like on pretty much every activity, like or especially the last activity, you need 3 people to complete it
Oh,
because
you
it's like the room. Like I gotta listen. Hats off to Infinity War. It it was one of the more fun experiences I've had playing COD, like in a
okay?
co-op experience. Like from a co-op experience, it was actually really engaging and like puzzle it definitely has like the puzzle thing stuff. They start you off like kind of teaching you the mechanics.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, because since you played it, is the puzzle? Is it like puzzle, like Destiny type shit? Where
It's
I gotta
not
stand on
it's
the plane over here.
code breaking. It's basically what it
Oh,
is. Like there's a code and you have to kind of figure out. There's a code that's spoke to you in a sequence and you have to figure out. There's Cyrillic letters, like Russian
you like
letters,
the
basically.
pickup shit, like the
Kind of
numbers
like
based.
kind of what do the numbers mean, Mason? Kind of
Yeah,
where it's like the Cyrillic letters, for the Russian alphabet that you have that are associated with a number. But the thing is that depending on the code that's being read to you, there's only certain numbers that are going to be good for the input. Like it's like I forget what they call that. It's like it's a security check basically.
you gotta
But it
decipher it.
progressively, yeah, you have to decipher it, and you have to know which numbers are right. Based on the names that are being read out to you and the numbers that associate, or the letters that are being read out to you and
And let me
the
guess,
numbers that associate.
you don't just listen to these numbers and then input them. You got other shit
You
happening
have
when.
to, well, in the first part, after you get through the first area, which is what we've seen, like that kind of like river underground tunnel area. You get through that first area, you have to get on a CCTV and find a room that basically has the code being displayed on a wall. But there's two rooms that have those codes. So each of your teammates, what you're going to enter in the code and listening to what names
Oh, you
that you need
separate.
for it, the two other teammates have to be on the CCTV to actually read you the code to see which ones are right. And they basically do this kind of throughout the session, more or less, or throughout the raid until the final part. The final part, they just send waves of enemies. So you got to input this code, and you're on a timetable, and you got fucking waves of armored enemies coming and stuff.
Oh,
It's a bit.
there's
It's a
levels of bullshit
bitch.
just being thrown at you.
It's
Yeah,
a bitch. Bomb drones and just it's and then if you didn't play co-op and get your stars and level up, yeah, I'm sure it's
that's
easier
the
if you
part.
like actually did the co-op and stuff. But I was like a level 1 medic. I was getting my ass kicked. So,
Yeah,
but
because I'm assuming the tier is not just to level up your shit. Obviously, it's to level up your
your items and the
loadout
things that
or
yeah,
items.
exactly,
But
yeah.
does it play like a light level type of thing where the higher
No,
you?
I don't think it's a light level just because you still have 3. It plays more or less like just if you went to like a really difficult part, like if you dropped in Al Mazrah, like when playing DMZ, and you were
Mhm.
facing against AI, but you were facing against like really heavy armored AI that just fucking had like amazing shots on them, pretty much. And
Gotcha,
like and
gotcha.
you only had like a tier 1 armor vest instead of like a tier 3 or something. And you didn't
Mhm.
have like the best, like you were stuck with like a decent gun, but not like the best gun. Like your gun couldn't one tap them in the head. You had to break their armor and do all that. So it's a lot. There's this whole swimming puzzle. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't played it, but I definitely recommend people trying it out. It's definitely it's a
I
lot
mean,
of fun.
definitely can't wait to do that. I mean, I've even opened up my mind a little bit and and went online the last couple of days. Like, let's see who. Like, I'm gonna send invites. I'm like, yo, who wants to play? Who wants to
I
party up
told
and
you I'm down
play?
to play, so just if you're up for it, you gotta let me know.
It's hard for me right now though, man, with this
I
whole
know,
back
I know.
situation,
That's
bro.
what
I
I mean.
can't
Just wait.
be
You gotta
going on for
just
like hours.
just hit me up when you're ready.
Yeah, definitely, definitely
But
do
yeah,
that.
but that was pretty much it. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to say about your week and stuff. Sorry to cut you off.
Played pod and watched this new show. I really wanted to shout it out. The Recruit on Netflix.
Okay.
Uh, Comedy drama with a little bit of a little touch of spy thriller. Really fucking good show. 8 episodes just started, and it leaves you off on a nice cliffhanger where it's like, oh, I can't wait for more. But that's pretty fucking dope. And then Yellowstone, obviously,
Obviously.
being Yellowstone, fucking phenomenal show. But that's what I've really been doing this whole week. Let's see. Uh, anything. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. You want to
And
shout out the chat real quick?
yeah. Let's go. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Oh, vodka. Okay, so all right, let's go for the top.
Mm-hmm.
Timber, we said what's up? What's up, Timber? My Brazilian brother. Yobi's in the chats. Thank you for coming in. Umbra, obviously, the man. He's him. He's here. Then you got Vodka. Thank you for dropping by and sending us off on this, last episode of the year.
Yeah, man.
And for anybody else I hadn't shout out that hasn't commented or chatted, if you're lurking, appreciate you guys coming in to support the channel.
Absolutely.
Too, man. I appreciate you guys. It's been a long up. I say up, no downs. Season for us. This whole year has been really fucking good. It's been good to us. With this podcast and just everything outside of this podcast. So I thank you guys for the support coming in.
Oh, you want to drop that YouTube stat on them real quick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I got you.
So,
I got you. That's why I'm here, man.
As good as you guys, you guys love the content.
We love and appreciate you guys.
We love and appreciate you guys. There's about 37% of our listeners and watchers, not listeners, I say watchers,
on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. About 37% not subscribed to the channel. I don't know if you forgot or you thought you did already, but if you are listening and you're one of those 37%, please
hit the sub.
Hit that subscribe button. It helps us tremendously.
Hit the like, hit the sub.
It gets us out there.
Yo, last episode popped off. I was gonna say last week's episode kind of.
It did pop off, bro. I was like, and look, listen. I know to many, it's like it's just 107.
Nah. We take the small. We take the small dubs.
But we ended up getting, I think it was 107 views on last week's episode. I don't know if it was your charm, my charm, or both our charm. But it hit, man.
I like to think it's a 50-50 effort.
I think it is. Yeah, it has to be. It's the give and take on that, the yin and yangs or whatever it is you want to call it. But no, man, we popped off last week. It was good. I'm sitting here throughout the whole week, like listening in on the whole pod. I must have listened to it like 5 times. So 5 of those views are mine. Going, what part of this?
I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works that way, but
I don't. Well, I don't think it counts your own shit either.
Yeah, no. If it did, I would literally just. I mean, if it did, I think everybody would literally just keep their YouTube tab open and just constantly hit refresh it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's pretty dope. We take the wins like that, small or big. For us, that's a big win. Even to finish out, the year.
Yeah. And shout out to the audio listeners as well too, through Anchorman.
That's fucking popping off for me. Like I'm so like the last few uploads on that, I'm like, oh shit, the most listens I've gotten in a while.
Yeah, man.
And it's one of the things, like, again, listening and going, what can I hone in on? But then I'm like, you know what? Fuck all that. Just just do what we do, and whatever happens, whatever pieces fall into place, they fall into place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's it. I wanted to shout that out. Anything you wanted to add before we get into these topics?
No, I obviously really appreciate the support and stuff like that. And we hope that it continues in 2023. But yeah, no, I'm ready to get into these topics as well too.
Well, I mean, my OnlyFans ain't doing so well, so yeah, we'll be back in 2023.
All right. Anyways, so about Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay, let's get into it. Hogwarts Legacy announced that it was delayed, or has been delayed for the last gen systems.
Yes,
but still coming out for current gen systems. Which, that to me, and we talked about this before we went live, it's a big win. It's a win for me.
Yeah,
especially when I own a current gen console. I keep saying next gen, it's current gen. It's a win because I'm on that camp. Was like, I need the old systems to just stop it already. It's been 10 fucking years plus. We need to move on. And I get it. There's people out there who don't want to move on. Timber, I apologize, Timber. In advance, I apologize.
It's not but just where in certain areas and markets and things like that, it's just not the easiest thing to go out and get a Series S or a Series X. You know what I mean? They're not just
because of inventory, obviously, and two, even if inventory is there, it all depends on your finances.
Yeah, economic, absolutely.
It's a dynamic of different things. But this got delayed for last gen, which is still coming out. And they
Yeah.
announced it'll come out later on, I think June or something, like April. Or no,
I think it got pushed to so right here they're saying the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version pushed back to April 4th. The Switch version is July 25th. Um, I guess the big takeaway here too, is seeing how like a game like Cyberpunk 2077 kind of
oh yeah,
happened.
bro. Hey, you got unfortunately, it's in a good place now. Cyberpunk is, but unfortunately, that is the game that is being used as a benchmark when it comes to cross-gen titles. Hopefully, more if you're gonna keep using last gen or keep doing cross-gen titles, I need them to look at it like that.
Yeah,
Like concentrate on what's current, and then if you have to delay the last gen, then delay it. Um, but I
yeah. I
think they're
mean, I
going for
wonder how. I mean,
clarity,
the
and that's the
fact
part
that
that disconnects a lot. The clarity part.
absolutely. And the fact that the Switch for like I wonder how far back. I mean, and this just goes to show you like the differences between even like PS4, Xbox One versus like a Switch, for
Mm-hmm.
example. Like if a
Mm-hmm.
Switch version got pushed back all the way to July, it's like how
That's what
far
I'm saying.
back was
Mm-hmm.
development on that versus like even just PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, I guess the silver lining obviously is current gen. If you're on XS, PS5, or PC, you'll be getting that in February. So that's the actual launch, February 10th. And then I think there's early
Mm-mm.
access if you got like the deluxe edition for PlayStation. That was like the marketing deal. You get like 3 days early access, I believe, on the 7th. Oh no, it says
Check
here.
with
I'm
you.
sorry. People who buy deluxe edition for PS5, Series XS, or PC will have 72 hours early access. So yeah, so it was early access. There's other shit that I know was marketing exclusive stuff for the PlayStation side,
True, true,
that they
true.
were getting. But yeah, and then they did show off too. Along with that, I had here they did this whole like gameplay
And
showcase.
gameplay, hell yeah.
This was
Like,
crazy.
listen, I was sold at it before, but watching this shit, I was like, oh, this is day one. This has got to be bought.
Yeah,
It looks good. The night the whole time changing and how that's a live thing. That's not like it's not like a preset thing. Like while you're playing, the date and time does change. The spells, you can do kill spells in it, and in fact they have a whole morale system. They spoke about this on the whole pod on the show, not pod, but the
yeah,
show.
yeah. No, I mean there was a lot. I mean the broom riding, just how big the actual
Room lighting was awesome.
the
Oh,
playscape is. Like it really is an open world.
this to me is a win. When they
Wizarding.
showed the room writing, I'm going, oh, this is not something where I'm thinking back to like what's that one game? That not Dead Island. The other zombie game that I got. Oh fuck.
It'll come to you.
It's that zombie game that I've been like that played Dying Light. Dying Light
Okay.
2.
Yep.
Like where you can get something like there's a broom you can get and you fly around. It's like an Easter egg, but you still get it.
Okay.
But it's like so limited to how you can travel with it. You
Yeah.
can't really do like
Traverse.
tapping on this screen right here.
No,
You
this is
can't
crazy.
really.
This is crazy. But then it's like, and then and then it makes me upset because I'm like, wait, I get this, but it's like I'm not getting Quidditch. Like, damn it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like,
That's
I'm like,
exactly what I thought. I'm
it was
like, how
like,
do you do
damn it.
this but not Quidditch,
And
bro?
then
Like, come on.
like maybe there's hope. Like, right? Maybe there's hope. Like maybe we could get like Quidditch like as like a DLC or
DLC
something in the
expansion or some
like.
add-on game mode.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I mean if you got broom riding like this, I feel like all right, you can
Some
get
leave some
Quidditch.
content for later type shit.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
no,
I would
I
I
mean,
think if you could do this, Quidditch would be perfect.
and it looks good for where it's at. Obviously, it's pretty far progressed. We don't know exactly what part of the build that they were showing here, but things are looking good. I don't want to
In
make
two
any
months. Yeah,
weird
yeah.
comparisons. Like, I mean, because it's looking kind of like it's very. I mean, insert open world game adventure game here. Insert Assassin's Creed. Insert Shadow of Mordor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm saying that because WB and stuff like that. Like you have your, it looks like you're gonna have your side quests, looks like you're gonna have things, but just in the wizarding world, you're, gonna be able to like, learn and explore and
Mm-hmm.
do things. It's not just gonna be about the whole like
That's
going to
what
school
we're
and
talking
stuff,
about,
but
man. I played that Quidditch game on the PS2. I played it on the Xbox.
you remember that?
This is why I'm going. Fuck! I want a Quidditch game. It was fun. The
Yep.
Quidditch game was fun. Learning the rules, the ins and outs of it, and actually playing the game and going, wow, I'm experiencing what I watched in the Harry Potter films. This is fucking awesome.
Now,
I hope they think about bringing that, and for whatever reason they're not gonna launch it with it, but hopefully they add it on.
I forget if we actually talked about this like earlier in the year, when obviously we first like heard about this game and stuff like that. But like as far as like excitement, like I don't know if I was ever really the biggest Harry Potter or Wizarding World fan. Like maybe growing up and stuff, I did really like the movies, obviously and stuff. But just from a gameplay perspective and just seeing, I guess from what we heard about earlier, now seeing this gameplay, like your excitement levels as far as like, oh, I could wait for this game to come out, or oh, I need to get this when it does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there
Oh, this
like a
definitely this gives me FOMO. I have to get this day
okay,
one. Like it's one of those games for me. Was like,
seeing this here, like what they showed off here, like even
yes.
in this gameplay
Mhm.
session. Okay, I mean, and
Just
once
the
again,
freedom you got of walking around and doing what it's just it looks good. It looks tight gameplay. Look at these guys all dancing. The tight gameplay. Look at this. The flying around the whole world.
yeah.
It seems so smooth, so seamlessly. I love it. Like I'm not the like you said. I'm not the like I'm not into Harry Potter in a way where I can break down lores to you and have a full on
That's what you're
conversation
talking
about.
about. We were just talking about before. I don't want to
We
expose you
were,
real quick,
we
but
were
I was like, we were like, the Slytherin and the Gryffindors. I
in the
think those are like two
Gryffindors.
main class. I was like, what about the Hufflepuffs? So it's like, ain't getting
Yeah.
no
Any
love.
Hufflepuffs in the chat? Any
Hey,
Hufflepuffs
Huffle,
in the chat?
you know what I mean? But that's what I mean. Like this, of the different houses and stuff like that. Like, but I think people that are really into it, they're definitely going to get into the lore, especially because you're kind of making your own wizard at that
Mm-hmm.
point. Like, so it is like that whole customization
That
aspect
part.
of it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
being able to live that out in a game. I mean, it's looking really good.
Looking good. Exposed. Well, I'm not gonna be that person that's gonna cap on something that I don't know about. Like I love the Harry Potter franchise. I've watched all the movies. My favorite is the Fantastic Beasts series. I love that series. But I'm not I will tell you I'm not the guy that can sit down with you and have a full on conversation on spells and how to say these spells and what this spell does if you do it. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know that part. Like even the houses I was talking to Logic, and even the house, I'm like, I was saying, I was calling it Griffin. I didn't even know how to say it. I was like, Griffin, he had to correct me. He was like, no, it's Gryffindor. I was like, okay. But as far as Harry Potter, I'm with the hype. I'm all about the hype. It's really good. It looks good. I'm glad they showed off this gameplay, in a good chunk of it, not just like two
Oh no,
seconds of
and
it.
they showed just
Good.
traveling around here. They have combat
Mhm.
sequences as well too that they were showing off here, as well. A whole
Look at
targeting
this. Look
system,
at that.
shields and stuff. This is crazy. Like it looks really good.
The
It's like,
animation and the mannerisms of him waving the wand around looks so movie like. It's just look at that. This
that was
boom, and
dope
I'm
actually.
glad they went with
Like a
I'm glad
counter
they went with the
attack to
third
counter
person.
spells.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad they went with the third person view. I'm not sure if you could. They didn't mention it,
This
so I
would have
don't know if
been
you.
weird first person. I mean, I don't think it would have
It
been
would have.
that weird, but it would have been. I don't know if they would have been. It
It would have
definitely.
taken to me. It would have taken a little bit away from that kind of because some games just don't need to be in first person. I don't think this game should have been in first person. So I'm glad they chose this gameplay camera as default. I like it. But it looks like it's not like just by watching it. Obviously, it
Yeah.
doesn't look clunky. Like the controls don't look clunky. They look fluid.
Yeah.
The way he's countering
Especially the
spells.
game too. It's mostly it's playing as like you have like it looks like here like you're like gonna be like a ranged attacker. It's not like you have melee abilities. Like you're basically casting spells. So
Oh,
think like
range.
if you were playing Skyrim or something, but you're only like using chance and you're only doing
Mhm.
like magic spells. From afar, or any other type of game like that. But you're fighting enemies that are
They're
melee. So
using
you
the old Xbox logo right there, the X,
where
green
you see
X,
that?
some green X's on the enemies. Shout
Oh
out
yeah,
to those
yeah,
logos.
yeah. Well, oh yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
wait, that does look kind of okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I'm like. Hey, OG Xbox logo. Hey, shout out. Oh, that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, this game is a definitely day one for me. 2023 is broke. Man, we had a great 2022, but damn, 2023 looks fucking
This is just one.
fantastic.
This is. I was gonna say this is one of the mini games, and I think at towards the end of the pod, I think we'll kind of break down. I'll pull up a list of just up and comings to just update that, and we'll kind of just go over games that we're looking forward to and stuff to close out since this is the
Drop
final
that link.
pod of the
Oh,
year. Huh?
pretty cool. No, I said Vodka to drop that link. He said he went to the Wizarding World site. Oh, it's just the okay.
Yeah,
Linked his Xbox Live and took the questionnaire, and he picked the house for him and got
he got
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Do
Nice.
that. I can do that. That's like that
Well,
whole hat thing,
well,
right? Like they give
well, you,
the hat
well, that's
box.
cool too. Like you answer certain questions and stuff like. Well, that would be cool too. Like if you're kind of torn between like what house to go with and stuff, you could go by like personality traits, which is kind of cool.
Hmm. Now is that going to carry into the game when it comes out, Vodka? That'll be
If
interesting.
it's linked to your account, that would
Oh,
be cool. Like if you actually boot up the game on whatever like you signed in with. Like I'm assuming like for PC, like if it's out on Steam, I forget actually what where this is coming for PC wise, but whatever
it said
account you link it
link
up
his
with.
account. I'm thinking if you link your Steam or
Hmm.
your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, Switch, like you're gonna get. that prompt when you first log in.
That would
Hopefully.
be actually cool. Yeah, not that it would auto select because maybe you change your mind, right? You don't want to do
Oh,
it.
yeah, see, wand and pet too is gonna come with you. Wow.
Oh,
I mean, well,
Oh, that's really
makes it
dope, actually.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay, nice.
that's cool stuff when they had that. I mean, they showed a lot here. I'm trying to see what else they had here. Oh, the customization, like making
Yeah,
like your
wow.
room like inside.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, look at how small you can just miniaturize a fucking chair.
You know how
Yeah,
much
you're
time
gonna have
people,
your own
you know how
hub,
much
your
time
own
people
space.
are gonna spend on this too, like
Mm-hmm.
just like messing, around in here. That looks crazy actually when you're switching.
Well, I believe you're gonna have your room is your space, right? That's your
Right,
hub.
more or
That's
less,
where you.
yeah. It's like a dorm kind of
Mm-hmm.
dormitory, and you can move it
Check
around.
Mm.
I
Yep.
mean,
And
there's
again,
gonna be people that literally just like spend hours just like setting up their rooms and shit.
that's
You
me.
know?
I've been guilty of doing that with certain games. Like I would spend so much in the customization or in my room or whatever before I start the game. Not Far Cry. Fallout was one of those. Fallout 4. I recently
Mm.
played Fallout 4, and I
You're
literally.
kind of your hometown or your
Oh
yeah
my
yeah
god!
yeah
I didn't realize I was spending so much time in just customizing my character. My son walked in on me 3 times, going, "You haven't even started the game
yeah. I
yet."
was
I'm
gonna
like,
say, would you like to
"Honestly,
progress?
I did."
Would you? Or no, it's like a start. What is it? Starship Troopers. Would you like to continue?
Would
And
you
you're
like to
like,
continue?
no. I'm
I
not done.
like the space. I
I'm
like where
not
I'm at.
done yet.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. Stop rushing.
That's good, man. Yeah, no. Obviously, I think chat's pretty excited for it as well too. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily have to be the biggest Harry Potter fan or Wizarding World fan in the world to like appreciate this game, because just especially from what they've been showing here, it looks like it could be a fun game to play for sure, and it looks like
Yeah,
there's a
I'm glad they
decent amount
showed
of
this.
depth
Yes,
in
yes.
it. You
I'm
know what
glad
I
they
mean?
showed. They decided to show this slice of the game because it really. I can see how non Harry Potter watchers. I don't want to say fans because you can still be a fan of the franchise without being like the Harry Potter guru.
Sure.
Um, the slice they picked to show us pretty. It's cool because it brings down that wall where it's like I don't know if I don't know Harry
If
Potter.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
the
what.
lore, if I don't know the
Yeah.
books, will I still get the game? Is it still
This
something
is
that I
where
can adapt
it's
to?
very welcoming, very,
Yeah.
very. It holds your hand, to let you know exactly what's going on. I'm sure it has tutorials, showing you the spells and what certain spells do and how to use
You
them
see
and
the
how to
crafting
combine.
system here, like that they're gonna have purple,
This is
blues, and
full on
stuff
RPG.
like that. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I mean, dare I say, Destiny or insert any other
Mm-hmm.
game. I mean, even like like I said, that's why I said like Assassin's Creed and stuff. Like it's gonna have as long as I guess you would say what's the word I'm looking for, the loop, like the gameplay loop, like as long as like it's engaging and stuff like that, and it doesn't really feel tedious. I mean, but you could imagine like how much stuff there is, like side quest wise and things like that. Like as long as it's not like a crazy amount of fetch quests for you to go and do, like if there's a decent amount of variety, I think people actually, because anybody I think at this point now can make an open world game. Like that's sometimes some of the biggest draws, like when a studio says or a game developer says, oh, we're making this really cool opening world game, and then you're like in the Wizarding World taking place like at Hogwarts and the places around Hogwarts, you're like, wow, that sounds great. And then you're just hoping like it doesn't play like other games where or
Yeah.
that when they fill the world
Well,
that they're not just
it's
filling
like
it with
the
bullshit. You know what I
it's like
mean?
the conversation you've had always. I've always had with you with the Souls like game, where it's like I'm not that guy, but if you
Mm,
introduce the perfect world to me, like Elden Ring, I'm going, okay, I guess I'm that guy now. But it all depends on the theme and how you build the world. Um,
yeah.
that to me, like open world for some could be one, like could be daunting, especially if you played fucking Valhalla recently,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, I'm burnt out on open world because it's just literally fetch quests of 100+ hours, and that's all you do.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, it can be a fun game. And a theme like Harry Potter, it seems to me like with the animals you can look at and collect and interact with, the spells, combine that with interacting with the people in the world becomes alive. Like the biggest piece for me in open world games has to be you gotta make that world come alive.
You see those God
Like
rays real quick? I'm sorry, I cut you off, but I just rewound it real quick. When he resets the object,
the object,
look at
yeah.
the screen, and then you see like the rays coming through the tree, like the tree line. Like, okay, that's kind of all right.
To me, the most important aspect of an open world game is making that world come alive. Meaning, I
Yeah.
don't want to be walking around aimlessly and not do anything for a good chunk of the world. Like I have to get from point A to point B, and in between, there's so much that there's nothing
Well,
there.
wasn't that the Biomutant criticism in the beginning?
That was a mutant criticism. It still is.
Like
I love the game.
you have this really
Love
big world, gameplay like that was good, but it's like it didn't feel like there
but
was enough
there was
things
a lot of
filling it.
emptiness in between. Yes,
Yeah,
there was a lot of that in between where there was nothing. You had to go from one place to another with barely a fight or barely a dialogue going on, and that part in an open world game can become, especially if your world is big,
yeah,
it comes to the point that you get disconnected, and then it's hard for. I suffer from ADD, so it's like one of those things. Like if you're not capturing my attention the whole way through, and you give me this gap of empty nothingness, after a while, I'm like, okay, I really don't want to move on to the next thing because it's like, it feels like a task now. I got to get there to even listen to anything,
yep,
you know? Going back to what High on Life does, the world feels that fucking alive. As big as those hub worlds are, they're not really that big, but as big as those spaces can be, you still have shit going on in the world that makes it seem like the world is still going on without you. And that's pretty cool.
absolutely. Yeah, man. So, like I said, I definitely got more excited for this. This is not something that I would think of from like a game. And then when it's coming out too, February, like okay, February 28th for me, that's Destiny. Like there's a,
That's
so it's like I'm
oh,
really, you know what I mean. I'm kind of torn between like games because I feel like the new expansion for Destiny, like it does every year, will kind of like have me locked up with time. But honestly, I'm really excited like seeing like the gameplay here and stuff like that. It definitely looks like a game that could be a lot of fun for sure to try around with. But and I would be more interested to maybe like give it a try right when it comes out. But more than likely, it's still for me personally it's just gonna be a hold just because of like the amount of games that are coming out next year and the time frame and stuff.
pulled up a list for just
I
February
was gonna
alone.
say no, we're gonna do that towards the end and actually just see.
Oh,
For
okay, okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I'm looking and I'm like, holy
We're
fuck.
gonna do new game releases coming out next
Oh,
year and go through it all. Yeah, it's the list is ridiculous, man.
it's
It
ridiculous.
really is.
Yes. Mhm. But 2023, man, if you're a gamer or starting to become a gamer, 2023 is the year. And I thought 2022 was big, but 2020, and I mean, and obviously not an exclusive sense of things, but like in just games, 2023 is going to be huge with both exclusives and third party. Like it's huge. Like oh my god, it's going
Yeah,
to be nuts. How do I fucking explain to the wife? It's like, oh, babe, it's for investment. I gotta invest. I have a gaming pod. I need
right.
these to
Exactly.
research.
Exactly.
It's part of my research. Can you write it off? Not, I can't, but technically I have written it off because it's not in my book anymore. It's not on my, I'm broke
Yeah.
now. It's written off in that aspect. But yeah,
Yeah,
eventually the
that's
wife
true.
is.
I wonder if gamers are actually able to write because they like imagine like being like a streamer like or making content like a
I'm
content
wondering,
creator. Like imagine
yo,
being able like just like the games and stuff like as write offs.
oh, don't tell me that shit, bro. Because if
Imagine
that's the case,
that'd be
woo,
nuts.
like, I mean,
I
they take taxes from you when you make a certain amount you stream. So, I mean, why
yeah.
can't you write it off?
So Umber said here, excited for this too. Not paying $70 for it, but I'm excited for it. I mean, that's also the other sentiment and the other side of that coin as well too. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
no, it's
70?
good. Is it $70 good? Well, at the beginning, maybe not, but it might be
Wait,
50. It
70?
might be $50 good.
Well, why am I surprised? Everything's 70 now.
Yeah,
I'm being really.
it might be $35 good or $40 good. You know what I mean? Just depends.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
but
you might catch a sale on it, man. It's some sales that go on like literally like right after it launches or
that's
whatever.
what it is. So it's like how long? I wonder like how long it'll be before it's like, oh, get this new game like 20% off. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
I mean,
50.
Callisto Protocol literally when 2 weeks after launch they had a sale for $35.
Imagine.
This is post Black Friday sales. Like this is
Yeah,
after all that.
yeah,
Okay, they on $35. Maybe they were forced into that hand because of how it launched, but still, it's 35 fucking dollars. I
yeah.
mean,
That's
we
wild
all
to
know
think
that
about.
games nowadays do launch broken now and buggy, so it doesn't hurt to wait anyways a couple of months because even then, when you buy it on a sale, you might get the actual complete edition. And I don't mean in DLC form. I'm talking
No,
about
no,
like the
you just
actual
mean like the actual way the game of which it should
intended.
it intended and not the shell of itself. You know,
Right, right. Just seems like the damn trend now. It's like they'll buy it anyways. Fuck it, just release it that way. We got more
absolutely.
that will buy it than that won't buy it for
Yeah,
that price. So
the economics work out at the end of the day. It's like, yeah, so what that it launched the way that it did. Look how much money we made.
yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, you got the news where they even, and I don't mean to like fucking veer off the conversation, but it's like
Uh-huh.
even Microsoft said like recently $70 games for the exclusives. It was a hot topic for maybe a day or two, and I mean people are still mad about it, but it's like
Absolutely.
it just fell off. It's one of those things where they know this. They know that they announce something and then like throw a lot of shit at the wall that we're gonna have that short-minded thing was like, okay, on to the next topic or next shit I'm mad about. Like
Yeah,
they're counting on that. It's
yeah,
like
and I
if
and
you
I
throw
honestly
enough shit
thought
at the
we might have saw a
wall,
Game Pass increase before we saw like that $70
that
increase
was the
for first
conversation,
party.
no?
Yeah,
That was the conversation.
I thought that was the conversation, but then, I mean, but maybe by
Out of hand,
increasing the,
baby. Over
but
here, but I'm really doing all this. This.
but right, exactly, but maybe by increasing the first party titles to $70, maybe that's a way to offset raising the Game Pass. But that's
They had
also not to
they had
say,
to do something. They had to do something
yeah,
to offset that Game Pass subscription kind of thing because I mean, it's really $15 for all those games a month is a steal.
but that
Now,
doesn't mean that next year comes around and they're not like 19.99. Like,
my only gripe, my gripe with the $70 is that you don't have enough exclusives to warrant that price yet. Now, if
I
you was to
think
tell
that's what,
me
yeah, that, yeah,
after Redfall and after Starfield, we're starting to look at games after those games to be 70. I can see your point because you are going to have games coming out in 2023.
yeah.
But if you would have pulled the trigger now and go, yo, our games, I mean, even though why would I get mad? It's still on Game Pass for me. This is me, my opinion.
That
It's
and
on
that's
Game
the
Pass,
thing from a person that's in the ecosystem already. In
right?
that
But
ecosystem, it's
not
like,
being in the ecosystem, I'm still saying, but what exclusive are you talking about? You ain't got none. Like you really, I mean, I'm about that. Like you really don't, other than Forza and Halo, there's nothing first party you came out with that's $70 anyway. So at the end of
yeah,
the day, me getting mad about a $70 price point that I'm not really getting exploited for just yet because there's no games first party related to Xbox like that. It to me. This is again my opinion. I'm going, why am I'm mad about what now?
yeah.
That's how I view it.
It's one of those like cross that bridge when we get there.
Cross that bridge when you get exactly. That's what I'm looking for. That's the phrase I'm looking for.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not gonna get mad just to get mad. You know, it is a shitty news, but let's take let's step back a little bit and think about what they're really saying.
That's right. I was looking at one of those Toys R Us brochures from like the 90s or whatever it was, like early 90s, and it had
The
like the 10.
arguments we get with that shit, like, oh, but back then
No,
it
no,
was
it was not even the bad.
cartridges
No, I just somebody I
and the
just looked at it.
marketing.
Well, that's what it was. $150. Pick your choice. This is Toys R Us. Your choice between a PlayStation 1 or a Nintendo 64. And then I'm looking at the games and I'm like $675 for fucking Star Wars. Like it wasn't even I
Back
don't even know
then,
which Star Wars it was, but I'm like, what the fuck?
we didn't have games like we do today. Like literally every single month, there's a buku of games coming out, and you could pick them anywhere from $5 to $70 to $100 games.
Right.
You're gonna have something to select from, and then you have subscription-based services that you have. Back then, there was none of that. It was just, damn, I gotta really penny pinch this shit. Do I really want to get that game? And then you had to like convince your parents
Well,
to buy
I
that
mean,
$90
I remember
Mario.
that it's like, well, I'm not going to buy you all the games you want, but you pick X amount of games because even
Right.
at that price, and you get
I remember clearly.
this is
I
before
remember
the
clearly.
$60 era. This was the $50 era of games, like in the
Mhm.
PlayStation 2, Xbox 360 era. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
when I
remember
was in high
getting the
school.
there was a choice I had. It was Metroid, the Golden Cartridge of Zelda. It was like different games, and I remember my father, my mom was like, "You got to pick one," and I'm like, because at the time it was like $100 for the Zelda game.
Mm,
I believe it was 70 or 60 for the Metroid, and then there was a Mario game I wanted was 50, and I'm going, I really, really want that Zelda game, and I had to convince them and do chores and do a lot of whole bunch of shit just to get that Zelda game.
sure.
And I got the Zelda game. But yeah, I mean, nowadays it's like you have choices. It's not like you're stuck with the $70. You can do the Game Pass thing if you're not into that. If you're not into rental services, you can buy the game. I've always said this, and people, and if you follow me on Twitter and you've heard me on this pod, I've always said for me, when I spend money in a game, it's money I don't need. I make sure that this is still a hobby for me. It's not a necessity. So when I spend the $70 on a game, $100 game, it's money I don't have to pay rent on. It's money I don't because you got some arguments like, oh God, but the poverty and the people that are
Yeah,
broke.
you didn't have
It's
to
still a
buy that
hobby,
game
bro.
if you really didn't have.
You don't
Right,
have to buy
exactly. Yeah,
it. It's still a hobby. Let's not forget that. So it's like for
yeah.
me, that's how I like tend not to go crazy and insane and stress myself out.
Well, the
When I go,
conversation's
okay,
lost on
spend
people,
this money.
unfortunately. Sometimes, you know what I mean. When it comes to that, it's like
Yeah,
you don't
because at the end
have
of
you
the day,
don't.
if it becomes a broken game, a shitty game, a game that I'm disappointed by, I can't. I'll be disappointed at the game, obviously, because it
Yeah.
came out broken. But I'm not sitting there going, man, that's money I could have spent on my wife and gone to dinner
Yeah.
or pay my rent
If
with. Like
anything,
I'm
you
not
might
doing
just be like, "Damn, I could have
it.
used that money to buy a different game." Like, if
Man, I
anything,
see your face.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, you really spend your rent money on a game? Wow. Okay. I think you need a different conversation. Like that's
yeah,
a whole
yeah,
different
yeah,
conversation.
for sure.
But yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah. You ready to talk about some Tomb Raider?
I was very surprised about this news,
This is weird.
but
This is weird, but not
you hit
maybe
on
not that
you hit on the
weird.
head. Yeah.
It, it,
Not that weird, but yeah. But it's weird in the sense of until I read the article when you explained it to me. But weird in the sense of it's Embracer Group. Why wouldn't they do the game themselves? But then it could be a deal that happened before Embracer even bought them, like you said. So
so back in April, obviously, CD Crystal Dynamics announced that it was working on a new Tomb Raider game, Unreal Engine 5. Pushed the envelope of fidelity to deliver high quality cinematic action adventure experience that fans deserve. So, and then it was just announced, like literally this week, that it's being published by Amazon Games.
yeah, right. Well, that's why Amazon gets like, wait. Am I gonna get this on my Xbox? But then they were really clear about being multi-plat. So
Yeah,
it's not just gonna be stuck with Amazon's whatever they have going on over there. It's gonna be on all consoles, PC, stream like your little devices, whether it be Steam Deck or whatever. I don't know if they're gonna do a Nintendo version of it. Um, but I was really like at first I was like, wait, why Amazon Games? But then we had that conversation, like I said before we went live. Makes sense if they had this deal in place already before
they were.
Embracer did.
Amazon was pretty much out here in these streets scooping up any games that they could to be
Of course,
like,
they need
oh
to.
yeah, like just be like on some publishing shit, not even just like, oh, it's art. Like CD, this had to be done more than likely before the Embracer Group deal went through when they were still a part of Square, obviously, and the fact that Square kind of let it go down. I mean, I'm sure they might have got hit off. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like to actually do this and stuff like that,
The
and just
dynamics
knowing.
of that deal was probably really, really interesting. Like as far as before Square sold it off to Embracer,
Hmm.
and like Amazon was already there talking who got what money, what part of it. But at the end of the day, man, the fact that they announced that they're working on a new adventure for Tomb Raider with the Lara Croft we already experienced in the reboot, I'm excited
Yeah,
because I love
Denver
that.
made it funny too. See what Denver said.
Perfect.
He goes Tomb
Tomb
Raider
Raider
now with
now.
Alexa built in.
I can't say that word because I have it right next to me. It's still responsibly. So,
That's funny.
but
No, could you
yeah.
imagine being in like in her mansion, like right, like Laura Croft's mansion, and like, and she goes and she needs to like find out like something like what time is it like across the world, and she goes, "Hey Alexa," like in the fucking game. I think I'll fall off my chair. I
I
literally
will
think
fall out.
I'll fall
That
out
would
my
be
fucking
that would
chair.
be that that would be that well that would be breaking the fucking fourth wall. Like if she speaks to you through the screen for your device because it like you link it. Okay, so let's say you have to link your device, your Alexa.
You link your okay.
You link it to the game, right? So now it knows
This
you
happened
have that
before.
in.
There was a game studio that did this before. I forgot where or it was what.
I mean, as far as breaking fourth wall, the only one I can think of that did it really good for me that's really burnt in my memory is Kojima with fucking Metal Gear. With the
Okay.
whole rate, with the whole switching your goddamn controller from one side to
Yeah,
another,
yeah,
and memory card. Like they need to go back to that shit. Like that was cool.
yeah.
But imagine that. Imagine this thing reads that you link it up and it knows you have it now, and then it has Laura literally talk to you through the fucking speakers to talk to your device to let you like it'll be some wow. It'll be like it's some Inception shit. Like
Yeah.
okay,
More than
I
likely,
see
this
what you
will never happen. But if like they ever
no
did,
no.
like it's crazy. I won't say never, but like I'm just saying specifically with this game. But like that, it would be funny, or like to see like you might see because it is Amazon games, you might get some product placement. Like she might
It's
literally
my
have like an Echo Dot, or like when she's talking to people, like on a screen, like a web camera, if she's like having a conversation with somebody, and like once again she's home or whatever, it's an Echo. It's like the Echo screen, like or whatever. Like you know what I mean?
I
It
mean,
would just
listen, I wouldn't be surprised if while we're playing this game,
she's got a ring alarm system.
there's gonna be exactly there's gonna be some Amazon placement in there throughout her whole mansion, the ring system.
Bro, she's got a ring alarm system, a ring
God,
doorbell when
oh,
somebody's.
she can have all that shit, all of it. It's like okay, okay, thank you, Amazon. I see where you're going
Fuck.
with that.
No, wait,
You know,
Denver. Look, your weapons are delivered by Amazon.
oh my god, get a knock on your door, like what the hell is this? A
No,
fucking
you get a
drone
care
flying?
package. You need ammo. No, that was like in Metal Gear Solid 5 when you used to have to order ammo, like so you'd get like an airdrop
Oh,
when
and
you got to that point, and then
mm-hmm.
now you'd have like a fucking Amazon drone just bring you like like a care package if you needed like
Welcome. He says hello, Hogwarts and Tomb. He says hello, Hogwarts and Tomb Raider are amazing. Yes, unamazing. amazing. Oh, that's his name.
Amazing.
Sorry.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, man. Those two games, but this Tomb Raider thing, I'm excited for. Like I said, man, the reboot for it was perfect. I love. I don't know if anybody in the chat played it. If you haven't, you should. It's phenomenal. That whole trilogy of the reboot,
Oh yeah,
they did
no,
it very well.
the Tomb Raider games were ridiculous.
Oh, they did it really good.
Yeah,
Apart from her falling every time and getting hurt,
that's true.
and just falling, getting hurt more. That's like a
Well, that got a little
staple of.
cliche. Well, in the first, they just got the shit kicked out of her face, just
Always,
tumbling and
every
falling.
fucking Tomb Raider.
Well, it's in the last one she was a little more like seasoned, I guess, but like towards the end.
Well, yeah. You can even tell she kind of started bracing her falls and
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
how to
yeah.
swing.
Well, after
No.
doing it so many fucking times, I'm gonna fall down this river. The whole
Mhm.
scene in the was it the first Tomb Raider when they were stuck on the island, and like she's just
Yeah,
like going down the plane or whatever like that, and going down and just going through all the
fast
tree
track, all
branches and
that.
oh my
Yep.
god,
Do a whole
literally
lot
get
at the
the
beginning of
shit
that.
kicked out of her. So the cool
Mm-hmm.
thing, so I guess what's crazy, like in this PC Gamer article, kind of points out as well. Obviously, Crystal Dynamics being owned by Embracer Group, plenty of publishing capabilities of its own, which is true. Like obviously being one of the biggest, companies like as far as like owning like game studios and stuff, they're huge and just IPs in general. Uh, so they was here. Crystal Dynamics was still owned by Square Enix when the new Tomb Raider was announced. Embracer didn't begin the process of acquiring the studio until a month later, and it's possible that the Amazon publication deal was already in place at the time. So, and I guess this happened as well with Tales of the Borderlands game
Mm-hmm.
that came out. So, a publication deal with 2K Games was already in place when Embracer snapped Gearbox, and that held despite the change in ownership. Yeah, so it's pretty
Timber.
interesting.
Yes, I remember that game, Timber. I actually owned that game, Pepsi Man.
I remember Pepsi Man.
Yeah.
But that was imported though. That wasn't here. Well, we didn't have it here in the states.
No, we didn't have, it wasn't in the states. It was
I got
imported over here.
I got to play it
But
because my dad's PS1 was JTagged. So
yes.
and so
It was
we
mine was emulated, so I
yeah
that was how I was able to play it. But I remember that game. Yeah, man, Timber's just coming
damn
with a freaking
fucking
gem.
that's a classic. I was a kid. I was literally like a kid when I played Pepsi Man.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That
a
was a shit.
fucking classic.
And my household was all about Pepsi. We didn't do Coke, so Coca Cola. Sorry,
True.
we didn't do Coca Cola. Let me clear that out there real quick.
No, yeah, but I don't
Yeah,
know if the clarification actually helped your cause, but I get you. I'm
it,
with you.
I did it because now there's more questions. Like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
anyways.
So you
Uh,
actually did no.
yeah, well, I mean, if you count, I've
All
like
right, let's
Coke has
get. All
come
right,
out of my mouth.
let's move on. Let's
Hold
move on.
on.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. All
Okay.
right. Crystal Dynamics. I don't know
Yeah, I
why
don't. I
I
mean,
lost.
no. We're still here with Tomb Raider and stuff and Amazon games. I mean, as far as games that are coming out from Amazon games and games that they've already had, I mean, I think this will be cool with them. But obviously, this is probably a one and done. That's another thing too.
For
Like,
Amazon, you think
at
it was
least,
just for this one game and not the series?
well, Matt, well, see, I think if it was like promised that they were gonna get like a whole series, they might have got it. I mean, I don't. I think like the start of this new Tomb Raider is probably instead of like a whole new like trilogy, you would have to hope or think, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
based on like
I'm with you.
performance and
I
stuff.
think it's a one-off just to sell the service. I think that's what it's for. Just
Or
to sell
just to
the service.
boost, not just, but just to boost Amazon essentially, just Amazon games
Right,
more or less, just so they could
right.
be like, oh look, we have this game under
Boost
our
the
wing.
library. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But I don't know. But you never know. Maybe Amazon will go to Embracer and try to cut more specifically because of that, and try to cut a separate deal.
Yeah,
Um,
Crystal Dynamics, they're everywhere though, man. Because remember, they're still working on Perfect Dark,
yeah,
and now and then there's Tomb Raider news, and then there's one more. I think there's an IP they unannounced IP they said they're working on as well. I don't know if this was it, but it's like three different projects that I believe they're working on. Two that we already know of. One is like unannounced.
you think they're spread a little thin right now?
It's Crystal Dynamic. They're really good at what they do. I hope they're not spread thin, but I'm hoping that with the funding they're getting from Embracer Group, and now they're probably getting some funding from the Xbox, I think, with the Perfect Dark kind of thing, like the
Yeah,
credit they're gonna get on that game. I want to say that they're if, hopefully they're using their funds right. You know what I mean? Like they're using it. I don't want this whole debacle of what happened with what was that one game with oh my god, I hate to open up old wounds, but on it was supposed to be on last gen. Oh my, the people who make Bayonetta, Platinum
okay.
Games.
Platinum. Yeah,
Yeah, they were making that one game for the Xbox, but then they fucking mismanaged the funds from that game to make a Bayonetta game, and they kind of fucked it all up. I hope they're not doing some shit like that where they taking robbing from Peter to
to give the Paul.
robbing from to give to Paul, whatever that saying is.
Yeah,
I hope they're
no,
not doing that, and they're literally managing their funds correctly.
Denver actually posed an interesting question, but I
Come
don't know.
on,
I don't know about restarting the series, Denver. As far as Tomb Raider is concerned, I think
no, no.
Kills
So
you had
they
just
said this
mentioned
is
there. It's a continuation.
it's a continuation. Yes, this is a continuation from what we already played. Like more like her exploring a whole different region, a whole different
Yeah,
world, but
and
it's still the
obviously just
same
being more
inventory.
matured as a
Mm-hmm.
yeah
More seasoned.
more seasoned. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, no, this is a continuation. It won't be a reboot.
What do they mention here? New Tomb Raider is a big pickup for Amazon Games. Not the only one. Amazon announced last week, Game Awards. It'll also be publishing Bandai Namco's. Oh yeah, Blue Protocol as well.
Yeah, Timber keeps
Um,
raving about Blue Protocol, free to play.
yep, second half of 2023. Hopefully, it'll have a better look as publisher than it has as a developer. Damn, that hurts. Fantasy MMO New World is perfectly fine, but not exactly setting the world on fire. While its third-person hero shooter Crucible was canceled before it even got out of closed beta testing.
Oh, shit, I
Yeah,
remember that Crucible. Yeah.
but but that's also too. It's like when people want to expand and get into. Listen, you buy Twitter, even though Twitter's not Twitter. You buy Twitch, even though Twitch isn't what it was, even when you bought it and what it's become. But still, though, you buy this big streaming gaming platform and stuff like that. You have these games now that you try to work on MMO and stuff like that. And
I mean, they have the
listen,
platform. They gotta know how to use it. They
that's what
have
it
the
is. But
platform.
they also have, man, they have the money. But that's
They
the
have,
thing too.
and that's
But just
it. They
because
have
you
the
have
capital.
right, and they have the capital. But just because you have the capital doesn't mean that all your ideas that you're gonna have is good. So and this is probably a thing of like, well, we don't know what the fuck we're doing yet, but these guys know what they're doing. So
Right.
let's
Right.
just
We have faith in what they're doing because they know this. So
yeah,
we're gonna invest in that vision.
yeah,
Uh, we're not gonna make it. They are, but we are gonna be upfront about it, saying that we're the ones publishing it.
yeah. We'll pay.
So
Yeah, we'll pay for it. We'll help fund it. And then and reap the benefits when it does well. Hopefully, because they're already kind of tried and proven. You know what I mean?
I
So.
haven't even looked into Amazon Games. Is that separate from the Prime service I already have, or do you have to pay
No,
for that as
it's not.
well?
No, Amazon Games. It's just a publishing studio. It's literally or and a game development studio. It's just
No, what
separate.
I mean, like as a okay, so I'm subscribed to Amazon Prime. Do I have
It has nothing
access
to
to these
do.
games?
Yeah, no, you don't. No, it's
Okay,
literally it's just called Amazon Games. That's just what they're calling it. Yeah, no.
oh, okay, no
Yeah,
separate
but I
bullshit
mean,
shit.
I think they have benefits if you do have like as far as New World. I think there might have been benefits if you were a Prime subscriber. But I also did not play New World. It was big when it first came out, but it kind of like died on a vine a little bit. Like it was,
Mm.
people still playing it, but it's just not once again as popular as they
I
probably
think
hoped.
where they can gain traction, there's how we just talked about $7 games being that
Yeah,
they're Amazon. If you're a Prime subscriber, the games would be 60. You know, like
yeah,
that kind of stuff. They could probably they should probably hone in on that and be like, well, you know what? If you like the game, you can play it on our system for $60, or
yep.
whatever it is. Like because you have the Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, buy it through our store, and it'll be this price. They do that. They do that a lot, like free deliveries and all that stuff, just because you have Prime.
Absolutely.
Bald Man Gamer is in the chat. I'm not gonna call him BMG because now that I found out that BMG stands for Bald Man Gamer, I'm proud of calling him Bald Man Gamer because us bald men, we gotta stick together.
Word. That's me too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Us
I'm
both.
not. I'm bald by choice, but
I'm holding on to the little strand that I got. Because lately I've been growing it out to see what the fuck happens to it, and I'm embarrassed. So I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna go back to like shaving all this shit off. So, yeah.
nice.
Like weird. I look weird.
Absolutely. So I think
Damn Avatar.
we might actually have to start a little segment here when it comes to Forge maps. I'm, I'm re- I know
Well, yeah.
it might just have to be like a weekly segment when we come back in 2023 because I can imagine too within the next like month or so that we're actually going to be out for the holidays. The amount of Forge maps that are going to be created and just around and stuff. I mean, it's just
A
exponentially
lot
growing
now.
at this point.
Yeah.
Right now, I definitely wanted to show this off. So this is Reb's Gaming too. He's been showing a lot of Forge stuff even before Forge was available for the public. Before Infinite, 343 made it available for everyone. But this right here, this concept that's here is literally a Forge map that's created that you use, like the little device where you would like pop overshield or pop your invisibility shield. So you hit it and you like change dimensions, and you're like
Right.
able to go to like a different part of like the map. This is wild.
Mm.
Like the whole map just like changes when you click on and off pretty much. Wall
You know,
that's blocked, and then
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't been. I think everybody knows I haven't been keeping up with Halo stuff. But now that
dude,
I'm seeing this for the first time, what you have on screen, and I'm liking the
this
way.
is crazy.
Shit. Wait.
Yeah,
Hold on. What is this? A multi? This is Forge,
this is Forge. Just somebody created this in Forge.
dude. This looks like what's that one game that did this? Titanfall 2.
Oh,
That one
Titan.
mission
Okay, I'm
where
not familiar. I'm
you
sorry, it's been a minute.
there's a mission in time. I forgot the name of the mission, but there's a mission in Titanfall. It's like one of the most spoke about missions in Titanfall, and what made that game like on a different level. Exactly this. I think that's they kind of mimicked it. It's the same
Okay,
thing.
well, this is like
It's a
a
little
person here. I want to give the person credit as well too.
they're mimicking.
Captain Direwolf here.
Look, you got a direct message. I wonder who is it from.
Who got DM? Oh, me?
You.
I'm not checking it on stream. It's fine. We'll wait.
I wonder. I wonder from.
Did you DM me?
Yeah, I DM'd you.
All right, asshole. Okay. Do you want me to open it on stream?
I mean, it's whatever. You don't got nothing in there that's like, oh shit, like scandalous.
Nah, I'm gonna switch scenes anyways. But yeah, so I wasn't familiar with that Titanfall thing. So I mean, just this whole
It's
concept though.
exactly that. It's a little machine that he grabs and boom like that, and he switches scenes
Yeah.
seamlessly.
But
The
like, could
things
you
that only
imagine playing?
the PlayStation hard drive can do.
But could you imagine like playing in like a map, right? And you're fighting somebody, and then you have to like
Dude,
switch. Like you end up like you leave them and to go to like the other part of the map basically, and they still have to chase
you're
you, but their
absolutely right.
cooldown's not ready yet. Like this whole
It's like
concept,
you,
but
you enter a different realm and
yeah.
you lose them.
And I think one of the coolest parts too, like, and I know we talked about this a little bit a couple of pods ago, when the winter update came out, but the custom lobby browsing that they have now, like you could literally just find people hosting custom games now and join in on them, like live
343.
on.
You should hire these people. God damn, they got some creativity.
You don't even need to at this point. This is the things that we talked about and that I specifically had mentioned months ago that we were like, once they fucking put Forge into this game, the
Yeah.
community will
The thing is
feed
gonna go
the
nuts.
content. The community will
Mhm.
feed the content, and you unfortunately will just be like, wow, like I don't even have to. I mean,
Look,
not to say that they
he
should stop.
to the door. He switched scenes to get to the door. I just realized that.
Yeah,
Like to get into that room, he had to switch scene. Oh my god,
that's what I'm saying.
This is
But this is
some
the shit
Harry
that you're
Potter.
able that they've. I remind you now. This is the stuff that they've also like created the ability like 343 worked on this with Forge and stuff, and then even the whole like the game development like with the stringing and stuff like to allow people to code
Mm-hmm.
this way to do it. But this is just a fraction of what people have come up with. Like, and then that's the whole thing too when it comes to like making hoppers as well. Like eventually, like I could see next year like having a custom Forge hopper where you're
I would
just
play this.
playing custom
Seriously, I
maps.
would play this map. Is this live? This map?
I don't think it's live yet. It's called. Oh no, it is. I'm sorry. Download link. Yes, it is. So
Oh
here.
man,
So
I would
I
play
might
this.
send this to you actually, so you can
I would
post
play
this
this.
in the. Yeah, I'll DM this to you actually. Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like even Stubbs in the chat. Welcome Stubbs. Even he's like, what game is this? And it's like, oh, it's Halo.
It's
No,
Halo.
it can't be. It's Halo. It's fucking Halo.
Yeah, and
And what
I'll actually put the link in here too for anybody.
there you go.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
this is
spam bot.
this is crazy.
Get him
Called
spam bot.
called Phase Shift. I'm the mod. No spam bot. Slayer free for all 4v4 12v12 created by Captain Direwolf. This is what I mean,
There
man.
you go. There you go. And Julian Oz and Death Weapon. So 3 people create this.
Yeah,
This is
it's crazy.
that looks good, man. I would play some shit. It literally took me to 2 different things in my brain space, in my whatever you want to call it. It took me to Titanfall 2's mission that does exactly this,
Yeah.
and Harry Potter, the way the world the room looked like with the whole owl and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to show this whole thing yet, but this is also what I showed you. So, anybody looking for a new keyboard coming out next year?
Oh, bro, you showed me this. If you guys are looking for a new keyboard or are into PC or play like just even to have it, man. This keyboard here, I didn't. Logic showed me this, and he could tell you. I was just at awe at what I was looking at, like the way this keyboard plays, and just watch. Just it's you gonna play it or
Yeah, I am.
yeah, it's an amazing keyboard, man.
So Final Mouse, I was telling Kills, they're pretty much known for their peripherals, specifically their mouse. Um, they were. I remember seeing early like fabs of this, like what they were working on, but this is like basically the final product that they have.
Are you seeing like you mean like concept?
Yeah, like early concept, but like a couple of weeks ago actually, because it started kind of like leaking. This is like final, obviously, final revision of it, but just this right here.
Like this is this is what happens in the keyboard. Like you can program these type of things to the keyboard.
So it's a 10. Yeah, it's called the centerpiece. The music too is like super epic.
It's all interactive.
Yeah, so
look at this. Oh,
it's a 10 keyless keyboard. So it's definitely what a lot of people tend to go through. Right there as well. Actually, I didn't even notice that part.
I didn't notice that either. UE5 is being used to do these things.
To actually power the backgrounds. Interactive skins powered by UE5.
It's remember it's an interactive keyboard that you can program like I wouldn't say wallpaper, but they're interactive
skins in the background. Yeah.
In the background on the actual keyboard, and it actually interacts like you see right now. He's keystroking. You can see how it's like when he's keystroking, it's actually it's reacting to his keystrokes.
So I'm going to pause it here. This is basically what their patents were on, pretty much. Laminated display circuit glass stack, LDGS. So this was their invention. And that's what's basically the screen that's behind the keys. 2 patents and years of R&D.
Okay, 2 patents and years. I can only imagine how many years. Shit.
Right. That's what. But like, look what's playing in the background.
Look at this. The potential this has. Imagine playing like they show the racing game, Forza, or Halo, or any game on your PC, and you can literally, the game can offer, like, if you unlock an achievement or you unlock a challenge in the game, it gives you this, interactive background for your keyboard. Think of those type of things. It's pretty cool, man.
They could. There's a lot of potential, like, here as well, too. Denver, I'm not going to answer that because they're going to show it at the end, actually, because it is coming out next year, early next year.
I can tell you it ain't 2K.
It's not 2K, though.
Yeah, but 2,000, I should say, not 2K.
$2,000, yeah, no. This is insane.
I love that whole see-through crystal look to the keys.
Yeah.
And just the fonts, the engraving on top like that.
And hopefully you know like where the keys are on a keyboard, like you hope that a type. So this was important here too. So offers custom auto-lubed linear mechanical switches co-developed with Gatoron. So Gatoron is like industry leading when it comes to providing keycaps for custom mechanical keyboards. Linear mechanical switches, this is like all the stuff you'd want to hear. So it's practical. It's not just like, oh, look at this really cool keyboard that I could have here that shows off my really cool setup. Like, no, like when you actually play on this thing,
I'm gonna just hang it on my wall and plug it up so people can see.
And you can, right? You can.
Well, I mean, you can if that's what you want to do.
But it's but it's practical. Yeah. Faster actuation. Yeah, just. They show a lot here. Listen, this video is 6 minutes. I'll kind of like just this part right here. I wanted to cut through real quick because through Steam, yeah, you're gonna be able to get the skins for the city backdrop. That looks so cool. Imagine having one that was like New York City, or like Miami or LA.
It has so much potential.
Right here, artists can submit skins and join an ever-growing community with infinite possibilities. You can monetize your skins or submit them for free.
Include your community. I like it.
Yeah. Imagine making like custom skins. Like imagine we did like an STP skin.
We just showed Forge and all the creativity that comes in that. Imagine that crowd getting into this shit and making like just different things.
So
like,
right here.
You're already playing this game? I got a skin for you.
Browse skins in the Steam app and add them to your online collection. Then load the skin to your collection onto the centerpiece's 3 skin slots. Another thing I didn't mention as well too, because I think I skipped over it. It's got its own GPU and CPU. So this doesn't take any computer resources. It just needs to be plugged into the PC, obviously, to be used, and it's USB-C. So It just needs power. That's all. I try my
It'll be
USB-C.
my first like when my headspace will go like this looks cool, but how much of my GPU CPU do I have to
Nothing.
dedicate to even?
Not a
But
not
it
a.
has its own thing, yeah.
Yep.
I can even put probably my logo on it, like my Sensei Stores logo, or like look at this eye. Oh, that's cool.
Because remember too, it's UE5, right? So just think about it, Here, right here. Want to trade a rare skin with a friend? Easy. Skins independent assets that travel off the cloud onto the centerpiece.
Oh shit, trading. That's cool.
Move a
That's cool.
skin
Hey,
loaded onto the centerpiece back to a friend's Steam account. So this is almost like I said, like CS:GO skins, kind of being able to like share skins and stuff like that back and forth with people.
I like that. Again, getting the community involved. You can create them, you can sell them, you can trade them. I like it.
Best part's coming up. Dollar trade, little Tron.
Mmm. Anime.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Fucking like Attack and Dragon Ball.
And then build quality too. Anodized aluminum case with display completely off using the brightness knob on the right too.
Not a cheap build.
Yeah. And then this is how it would look like if you just had it off. They show it here like in different builds and stuff. This is cool.
And if my space looked anything that clean. Oof.
And right here.
And now, the most remarkable part, the price. Yeah. $349.
That is insane.
To put this in perspective, and Logic did this. Currently, I have a keyboard. I think he does too. My keyboard that I have currently right now is $250. The one that I have. So if I have to pay another $100, if I'm in the market for a new keyboard, and $100 all it takes more just to get something like that, I would.
I have a Razer Huntsman Elite, right? RGB on it, metal casing, all that, like keys, but it's not even a 10 keyless. It's got the number pad and everything. My dad ended up when he scooped it up for me, it was $250, right? Razer, and then linear switches, the whole thing, like
that shit, it was still $250 for me.
Top of line, $250, another $100 to get it, bro. It's crazy. Here's the thing though too. So what kind of deals are those guys? It's Final Mouse, so they made a lot of money off of like peripheral sales, making mice and stuff. I don't know how many of these are going to be available. This thing might not be like. This might be like a limited run. Like I got a funny feeling this will be like when a pair of Jordans comes out.
I'd be tapping into the FOMO. Yeah. Like I gotta get this now. It's only limited supply. I gotta get it.
And
and don't even put a number to it. Like it's limited. Like fuck.
You're gonna be hard pressed. Like there might be people, and this is the unfortunate side of things. Like people that are gonna buy this and try to flip it for like maybe like 3 to like 10 times like its price.
But that's what I'm saying. The screen alone, the technology they're using for this. Like this keyboard, the screen alone could be, a couple of $100. Just that alone. The fact that they were able to put that price at $349 to have a practical keyboard with that screen behind it like that is an amazing price. If you're into that sort of stuff, it's an amazing price. And I get, for non-PC gamers, to them like I don't want to do this, but think about it. How many controllers do we buy for our Xbox? Like every time a new, there's people out there. I'm that guy. A new Xbox controller drops. With new new color on it, I'm getting it. Like that's how I am. So it's the same thing for me. But I get if there's a reserve, they're like, I don't know, it's a keyboard, but it's to me it's worth it. It's a practical keyboard. It's not like it's just for the looks of it. It's practical. You can use it for gaming if you're into PC gaming.
Right.
Even if you're not, because I don't play PC gaming, but I will still get that
for a setup. That's sick. Like you know what I mean. If you're a content creator and stuff for a setup, like that's a sick keyboard.
And if you're good on the financials, like if you're that person that has really good financials, and you have good support, like, or you got all that, you buy 2, put 1 in the background, like I said earlier, hang that bitch on a wall.
Yeah, it's USB-C, man. Just plug it in, load up the skins to it, and just let that shit run in the background.
Have that shit run in the background, like it's dope. People are buying the panels, the same thing.
Yeah, straight up.
Panels are not cheap. It's expensive too. So
I'm muting this to make sure that we don't get pinged because Pokemon, Nintendo. I'm not trying to get like whatever, but this was announced.
Sad, bro. So Ash is done.
So this came out December 16th. So obviously, he finally won. Right? Finally, won the world champion.
The oldest 10-year-old in fucking anime history or
Bro,
cartoon or whatever you want. Like,
ridiculous.
I've been stuck on 10 years old for 25 years, right? Like, it's
Actually,
crazy.
yep. All right, Umber, take it easy, brother.
All right. Oh, the ending was good. Before you go, ending was good because I'm playing it right now as I'm potting. I'm actually playing it.
I was gonna say, don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling, but I
Not
just want to
you,
know if it was
him.
good. Oh, yeah. Say it was good. Up, thumbs up, thumbs down, and then you can go.
Yeah, yeah. Then you could leave, Umbra. You got.
Then you can leave them. I liked it, but it's still comedic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you dropping by for our final stream of the year, man.
yeah, man.
Thank you
Take care.
for your support.
So, dude, all new series announced. So, two new characters, three Paldea starter Pokemon, adventure through the Pokemon world, plus commemorate Ash's journey with special episodes, including Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, this series. So, yeah, so this is like going to be a short runoff, pretty much, final chapter. So, it's like they said here. And it's soon, it's January 13th. So, it's
Again, around the corner. Literally right
11,
around the corner.
11 episodes to air starting Friday, January 13th, 2023 in Japan. Obviously,
These are final chapters of Pikachu and fucking Ash, man. That's crazy.
yeah. So they're
They
basically
just dropped it like, okay, like there was
yeah.
no lead up to this.
No,
Just drop it like
that yeah, which was actually wild when I think about it. But listen, I guess after how many years has it been?
I think
25?
20 plus years. I want to be on the safe side, say 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's 20 plus years just like that. We've had
He's stuck
Ash.
at 10 forever.
Yeah.
But he did finally win his tournament. Finally.
Yep.
They finally let him win his tournament.
And he's still they say, oh, you still got to grow to be a Pokemon master and stuff like that. But the story is going to continue, and then they pretty much introduced right here the special announcement was the new series finally. So obviously with Ash going, nope, mute because right here,
Yeah.
yeah, this looks great. But now animation wise though, you see like some of these, like I mean, I understand like I haven't seen Pokemon in forever, like the animated series, like literally have not. So the only times I catch up with Pokemon when it comes to like the games and stuff. When I see new people playing the games, that's how I see like, oh look, there's new Pokemon, but that are kind of just like the same Pokemon from 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Um, that look crazy. I mean, that see like right there, like that guy, like this one right here, he just that looks like Onyx, but like if Onyx wasn't a rock Pokemon and had like these really cool designs and like you know what I mean, or like Gyarados, like okay. Like I've kind of, we're not really like broadening. I don't want to shit on Pokemon. I'm just saying though, it's
Oh no, but yeah.
But here are your new
it's
people. So right here, this is like your new cast, pretty much, new starters. And yeah, that's
you
pretty
know
much
what?
it.
Thinking about it, it's kind of long overdue for them to introduce new protagonists to the game or to the show or to the universe, or say.
Sure.
Because again, Ash and Pikachu has been the interesting part there though is that there's literally Nintendo Land was built with a Pikachu Pokemon park to that park in Japan.
Yeah.
They're still gonna continue the whole Pikachu and Ash, and they're still gonna market off of that and make money off of it, obviously, because that's like the most brand friendly thing in Pokemon. Like when you think Pokemon, it's Ash and Pikachu. That's automatic.
Yep.
So that's interesting that they went this route when they just built a whole park with the theme in it having Pokemon. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So that'll be interesting. But like I said, I'm not really as far as the animation series. I haven't really watched since I was a kid. The movies, I think, were always kind of cool. The Pokemon movies, actually, they were pretty lit.
The last one was pretty damn good. The
Yeah.
last one they came out with the mixture of live animation,
Yes.
or live with animation. I liked it. It was really
My
good.
favorite was obviously the one with Mew and Mewtwo. That was the classic. Yeah.
Classic. Well, that's I think that's up there with every Pokemon fan.
I think so. Yeah. Let's see right here. If anyone has iOS and iPhone 11 or above, you can now test the beta for Assassin's Creed. You know what? I saw somebody. I don't know if I didn't bookmark it, but this was funny that BMG mentioned it. I saw gameplay because somebody actually screen recorded from their iPhone. So I'm assuming iPhone 11 or later, or an iOS device, so like an iPad or whatever. And they were playing Assassin's Creed Jade. I mean, it looked like Assassin's Creed if it was a mobile game. But like same thing with like the character levels above the. It was looking very Assassin's Creed like.
Yeah.
But I think they were on Jade is the one where they on the Great. Was it the Great Wall? Is that where they were fighting?
That's the Great Wall one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember seeing like the little clip that I saw of it. It looked pretty cool. And then I saw the touch controls, and I'm saying to myself, like, I would probably like Bluetooth my controller to my
Oh,
phone,
I'll slap
like,
either a Bluetooth my controller
or
or
get one
slap
of those
my
backbones or something. Like, you know what I mean?
phone, not actual backbone, but something similar to it. I can
Something,
slap it on it.
something. Razer. I mean, Razer has one. I mean, there's a bunch of companies that have them. But or you could just literally Bluetooth like your Xbox controller. Like me, like I just Bluetooth my freaking Elite
Like that
controller.
with the Vampire Survivors. Since I'm bedridden,
Yeah.
I was playing Vampire Survivors just like that. I Bluetooth my controller and started playing it like that on my phone.
So, BM, is there a website to go sign up for it that you want helping us out?
If
I'm tasking. I know you don't work for us. I'm just saying, like, if you want to help
there
somebody out, just like, like I won't tell Ash. I promise. I won't tell the boys. Just
won't tell the boys.
we'll keep this between us. Just
Between us, it's like
if you want to drop the link in the chat, and I'll accept it and help everybody out.
Yeah, I always get the it's late. I'm tired. And then
No, see, his real one. It's 10:30 over there, 10:40, and he's up. He's doing it.
yeah, he's a real one.
Xbox has a
But
dedicated controller set up. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, this too. What was cool, I think, with the backbone specifically, how they have different versions depending on if you were like if you're a fan of the Xbox controller, if you're a fan of like the PlayStation controller setup.
Well, they got PlayStation got one now, and then Xbox has it's not, it's certified, I should say, certified Xbox, certified PlayStation. It's not made by them. It's made by whoever makes those backbones, but they do have the ones that will feel like you're playing on those respective consoles.
Gotcha.
Pretty cool. But I got like the cheap, like the Five Below brand, which by the way, Five Below is no longer Five fucking Below. That shit is like
it's more like 15
below.
below. 15.
Yeah, like
it might have been 5 below like 10 years ago.
Yeah, bro, yeah. I haven't been to a Five Below in a long time. We went to it like recently.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, yo, y'all can't call yourselves Five Below no more. It's like the Dollar Tree. It's like it's not called a $2 or whatever they want to call it. Like, what is this? Like, you guys really failed at inflation. You guys can adjust those prices. Like, you got to rename yourself at this point. But I went into Five Below because Five Below is if you guys don't know what Five Below is, it's a store that carries a bunch of product. Literally everything in the store
supposed to be like, and literally, and and a lot of it can be miscellaneous. Like it in the summertime, it's like noodles, like pool noodles and chairs and beach ball and stuff like that. Like it could be, it gets very seasonal. It's phone cases. There was one when I worked at AT&T. There was a Five Below that was in the same shopping plaza as us. So we always used to get shit because people would literally buy a phone from us and then they wouldn't want to buy a case from us. So they'd go over and buy like a case like from Five Below, which ended up being like it wasn't $5, it was like $10 or $15 they'd pay.
Yeah.
But then they'd come back to us a week later because their phone broke. Be like, well, because you literally went to like the equivalent of like a dollar store and bought a fucking case. But whatever,
yeah,
I digress. It's fine. You didn't want to spend $50. You didn't want to spend $50 over here for a case, which I completely understand. You just bought a phone that cost you a couple $100, no problem. But yeah, but now your shit broke, so here's $150.
Discount store and get the discount version.
Yeah, would you like me to help you fill out your $150 deductible?
Now you got discount problems. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but the store Five Below, at one point, everything in the store was miscellaneous stuff and like off-brand stuff. Like they had like an off-brand Twister, they had like an off-brand Life game, board games. But you get it from $5 or below. Now you go. I went there recently. It's like everything in the store is no less than like $15. And they still call themselves Five and Below. I'm like, yo, what? You guys you need to hang the one next to that five. Like, what's going on? Like, it's misleading, very misleading. But nothing in the store, not even the candies are.
So
but it's like,
BMG just tried to share the link. I don't think it came through on. Yeah, it didn't come through. If anything, DM it to us on Twitter, and I'll post it in there if you can. I know I'm asking for a lot. And it's live. The show's live, but
unless Elon Musk buy YouTube as well, and you can't link it no more.
You know what? So the quick one on that one too is that and because I've seen a lot of people do this now, like they're sharing. I mean, at least that wasn't one of the things
I had it at one point, but I took it away a long time ago. The link tree.
Well, because like some people are doing not even just the link tree stuff, but like they share like the Hive. Like I've seen some people doing like Hive and doing other stuff. But basically, he just got pissed that everybody's like, that people are promoting other social media platforms on there. Although he has no problem with you using, like, if you want to share something on Instagram and then it gives you the option to also tweet it. Like, no, that's still good. But you just can't.
He doesn't want you to promote in your profile or stuff like that. Like, it's weird though because you don't want cross promotion on your platform.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this everything or just what you just decided only these things because they're my competition? Like it's
Yeah.
weird that it's a I saw that I sent it to you. And I saw that like I looked at it, I'm like, is this for real? And then I'm going. Then I had to go to my profile. Like, what do I have in my profile? Like, all I have is a YouTube. I had to make sure the YouTube link wasn't part of that whole thing. I'm like, okay, that's not part of it. And then I have what else I have on there? I have and the Discord. And
Mm.
I'm like, it's that part of it, but that's not it. It's just like Instagram and TikTok and the new what's that one you said everybody's going to now? Not Spice. What the hell that's called?
Hive.
Hive. There you go. Hive. Like
Hive
he
was
just
one of
doesn't want
them. Yeah.
promoting that because in his eyes like if you're gonna go. If you're gonna have that platform, have it. But he just doesn't want you to cross promote it. I think it's weird,
So
especially when you come with free speech bullshit and you do all this. Like, oh, okay, you're weird. You're
yeah.
fucking weird.
So back to the Jade, Assassin's Creed Jade test flight.
Oh,
So
God.
if for the iOS device, you need to get test flight, and then I guess you could get the Assassin's Creed Jade through test flight here.
On it,
But
on it,
that's the
on it,
link
on it.
here. But if once again, if you're on an iOS device, and I'm sure you probably have to be updated to like the latest iOS software as well too, or at least an iPhone 11 and higher as well. That's from BMG as well too. But thank you
Off
for that
topic, my
information,
wife just sent
BMG.
me a text saying today is Macho's my dog, my old Yorkie. Uh, today is Macho's Got You Day. 13 years. So we've had him for 13 years.
Oh,
Happy
nice.
birthday, Macho,
Happy birthday.
or happy Got You Day, Macho.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because we don't know when his birthday would be. We rescued him, so
I got you. I got you. That's dope.
yeah, nice. That's a good text. I like that. All
Yeah.
right,
So we got
appreciate
that in the link, and then the last thing I have here, kind of for us, new video games in 2023.
Oh, here we
So
go. Here we
shout
go.
out to
Oh,
Polygon. So I guess we'll just go month by month real
and it's
quick.
not like one of those. This is like, I do one game out of that whole list. No, this all these games are like legit. Like they're legit games you would want, like somebody would want to play. Age of Empires,
Yeah.
Dead Space. I can't wait.
So I was gonna say
Forspoken.
the biggest one I'm seeing here so far, for me at least, obviously the Dead Space
Dead Space.
remake
Same thing with me.
for
Dead
sure,
Space
January
there.
27th.
Persona fans, like you're gonna be in the treat come January with the Persona thing. One Piece Odyssey. I know Money is into that type of stuff, and my son is, so they're excited about that.
Oh, the Age of Empires for those looking to play Age of Empires on Xbox or Xbox One or Xbox Series X, January 31st. Oh no, don't worry about it. I guess Turpin didn't know that we were asking you for the link. Don't worry about it, brother. You
Oh
are
yeah, don't worry about
good.
it.
You are good. That's why we didn't see the link. Turpin was on it. Our mod was
Everyone's
on it.
on it. Mod. I wish he was on it earlier when you were spamming your other links. Shit, he didn't say all that.
What do you mean? That was a good link to spam. Whatever. It's just the fuck. Anyways. All right, February. Deliver Us from Mars. Why does that sound familiar?
It does sound. I thought that was already. I don't know why I thought this was something I already
Wasn't this is
seen.
like a survival game I think coming if I remember correctly.
It's a survival game, but it just looks. I can't remember the images of it.
Yeah, here we
Uh,
go. Here we go. It was looking. I remember it was looking kind of Destiny-ish a little bit. I remember seeing a
oh,
trailer
okay.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I kind of remember
yeah.
it. I vaguely remember it. That damn. So that's February
I was
2nd.
at the showcase. I was at the showcase. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. February 2nd. Okay. Deliver Us to
Deliver
the
Us.
Moon.
It's not
Mm.
on Game Pass.
Is he playing with us? Is he messing with us?
No, I think that's the
Oh,
game I'm
first game
thinking
was
of.
Deliver Us to the Moon. Oh, okay, he's not playing with us. No, I did not. No.
Oh,
Oh,
so
it's same
that's what
developers. Very
Moon,
good.
Mars. So I guess this one is like maybe you know
My brother, I do remember
Pluto.
when I saw the trailer for Deliver Us Mars. I do remember my brother saying that they did the first one, which was Deliver Us Moon, obviously. So Hogwarts Legacy, February 10th or 7th, if you have the deluxe edition pre-ordered. Wild Hearts, new Wild Hearts game, very nice. Atomic Heart, obviously, that's gonna
That
be
game.
February 21st
That
game.
it's so good.
Yep, that's Game Pass right there. Like a
See?
Dragon, my brother's gonna be all over that one.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
That kind of threw me off
Um,
because they renamed it. It's not called Yakuza. I don't want to say it butchers, but I'm an American, so Yakuza
mhm.
is what it used to be called. They renamed the series to Like a Dragon.
And then let's see, Horizon. This was the DLC.
Although
Oh
that's the
no, no,
VR,
no.
yeah,
This was
that's
the
the VR.
VR. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
the VR2.
Mm-hmm.
And PlayStation VR2 launches as well, or excuse me, because that could sound weird. No, PlayStation VR2 launches for
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 5.
Yes. In February
uh,
22.
February
They even
22nd.
announced it. I don't even see it.
It's a sequel. Yep.
It's a sequel.
Let's see what else we got here.
It is.
Company.
Okay. I know I
Ooh.
played Moon. So if this is a sequel, okay, cool. All
Yep. Okay, so right here, obviously, end of the month for me. It's right here, literally 2 days before my birthday. Hi. It's I still got to get the pre-order in there. I'm slacking. Gotta get that
Okay,
pre-order
so
though, because
for you in that month of February is Destiny 2,
well,
Lightfall.
but it's only at the end, so it doesn't really count. But it's like, but that's yeah.
But that's what you're looking forward to in February, right?
And well,
That's
March
your.
technically, because it's the last day of February that it fucking drops. So
I definitely want to look because I remember I was hyped for that Lightfall, but for me, it would be Atomic Heart, man, in February. That
Atomic
looks
Heart,
so
and
fucking.
even Octopath, I forgot
And
that
even
was
Octopath,
February.
that played more.
That's wild. Octopath Traveler 2 in February. That's freaking wild, man.
Mhm.
Another game that my brother's probably gonna be hyped for as well. Let's see. Then we're to March already. March, Wulong, right in the beginning. Yeah,
They just
literally.
did the whole Wulong thing,
Yeah.
the whole stream, which was like a what do you call those drops, like silent drops or whatever. Like it was like the
Mm-hmm.
day before. Hey, guess what? We're gonna play Wulong on a Xbox stream. That looks really good. That's Game
Day
Pass.
before Windows PC. I think that wasn't that the
Seen that.
survival
Oh,
game.
yes. It is. It
Okay.
is. It's the one that looks like Division.
Yes.
Yes,
Last of
that's the one.
Us Part One for PC.
Um,
Woohoo.
PC.
Let's see what else. Hopefully somebody that I know buys this on Steam and shares a library with me. Turpin. And then
Skulls and
let's see
Bones
what
is
else.
actually gonna be in March.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking at Skulls and Bones. I went ahead.
Oh yeah,
Skulls and
yeah.
Bones.
Well, I'm a little slow. Well, go ahead. You want to read some off? So
I was gonna say Skulls and Bones. I didn't realize that they had a March. I know it got delayed. I didn't realize they put
that's
March
what I
for
got.
it.
Yeah. Oh, for the Amazon Luna. No. Uh, what the fuck is
That's
Amazon
why
Luna?
it got delayed. There you go. No, the
Yeah.
Luda.
PlayStation
See,
5,
but see,
Windows
that's why I'm
PC,
confused because
Series
they talked
X.
about Amazon publishing Tomb Raider, so they do have their own platform, Amazon Luna.
Yeah. What the? Yeah. You're right. Oh no, Amazon Luna is the that's a cloud.
Isn't that their cloud shit?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's cloud. That's cloud.
Okay.
Star Wars is
Mine.
March 17th.
That is mine.
Yep.
That is mine. I can't wait for that one. That one is my March.
Yo,
Definitely my March.
also Resident Evil 4 remake. Damn,
That's another one. Damn,
that's
March is good.
crazy. Oh, Crime
March
Boss,
is
which was just that
that looks
was
wild. Very
yeah.
wild. It has Chuck
Windows
Norris.
PC March 20. Yeah, but see that was oh yeah, Windows PC March 28th.
Yeah, Windows PC.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's gonna come to console as well. It probably will in the future.
Yeah.
But for now, he just announced for Windows PC.
System Shock remake
For those
is
who don't know,
also
System
well
Shock
to be
is how
I guess it
Bioshock
was
came about.
TBA, but it might have been March maybe.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah. There's the
That
Hogwarts
is the
Legacy
game that
update.
inspired Bioshock.
Mega Man Battle Network. Dead Island is April. So that's what I mean. Dead Island's April.
For
May
April,
what do we
it'll
got?
be Hogwarts for me and Dead Island.
For our Switch people, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, May 12th.
Good.
Oh, and Suicide Squad.
I might just have to dust off my Switch for that game.
Oh, for Zelda, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then Suicide Squad, that last gameplay they showed was really, really. I like that they chose that slice again
yeah,
for that game because like the first time they showed it was all bright and it was just weird. But now that and I honestly think because what happened to Kevin, they had like they went ahead of schedule. I don't think they didn't want us to know Batman was in the game,
sure.
but Batman's in the game in Suicide Squad. But I'm glad they showed that slice of the game because it shows like that. It looks like it's still that Arkham feel to the game for what they showed off.
Yeah,
Fighter 6. The beta I think is
June.
playing now.
The beta was active right now. I keep missing. I'm fucking subscribed to Capcom ID, and like I felt like a dick because I literally missed out on signing up to play this right now. So
Me too.
I'm definitely annoyed. But yes, Street Fighter 6. That's June
I
2nd.
think I went to tweet. I went to tweet. Anybody has an extra code, and before I can even post it, somebody said go fuck off. I was like, all right, cool, thank you.
so so Street Fighter
Appreciate
6 in June, Diablo 4 4 days later, June
that. Mhm.
6th. That's a must right there for me at least,
Must.
for sure.
I said this on the pod. I've not played a Diablo game like that, but when
Yeah.
I saw this, I was like, ooh, I gotta play it now.
If there's a world in which I own a PlayStation 5 by this time by June next year, I will be getting Final Fantasy 16.
That
If
looked
I
really fucking
if I have a
good.
PS5, if there's a world because
It'll
like
be
I
like
said
super
that's
steroids of kaiju fights, man. Like
yeah,
it
this
just
is
looks.
a system seller for me, hands down.
That's definitely so. Like when you think what game will you what game will have you purchase a console? That right there is one of them.
That for me at least. And I know it's gonna come to PC eventually, but fuck. I might get a
Mhm.
little impatient next year, so we'll see. And then the RoboCop. Remember the RoboCop game?
I think they had like a asterisk, right? 6 months.
Yeah, well, I
So
guess it was right. So I guess they had it. Maybe it's placeholder, pretty much June. So maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Obviously
RoboCop.
July, the Hogwarts Legacy. I think this was a shot from Diablo, if I remember. Yeah,
That's Diablo.
it's just Diablo. Oh, and then they have it pretty much up till July. And then obviously we know the end. Starfield, we're looking forward to, obviously, November. Redfall as well too. Redfall is supposed to be I'm assuming the second half of 2023 as well, right?
I mean, there's a rumored showcase going on. I mean, Aaron Greenberg
What
did
is
tweet saying
EXO? What is this EXO thing? Can somebody enlighten me, please? I'm sorry. I know the EXO showcase. Is that what it is, or something like that? Am I saying that right? Is that
I
the
don't know.
rumored showcase that you were talking about, or because
No,
that's
no,
what
I
I
don't know
saw?
what I'm talking because Aaron Greenberg, after all the backlash of them not being in the awards, like they were like he literally tweeted saying, we're gonna have something really really soon, and now there's a lot like Jez is reporting there's a lot of smoke of like information coming out that they might be a showcase in like January, literally
Right.
early January, mid January,
So
where
them. So
it's
Denver
gonna have
was
their
saying
own thing.
EXO 1. That's
So yeah, that might be it right there. Well, they might call it XO 23 or something, X 23, because
yeah.
I think 01. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, 01 could be
Um,
January. 01, like you know
Could
what I
be
mean.
January. Yes, you're right. Could be January. But
So
it's something to look for. It's a rumor right now, but if they do that, that'd be cool because they need to like it'll be a refresher. The last time we had something was in the summer when they had the Bethesda showcase, Xbox Bethesda showcase, where they showed us the 12-month window. So
yep.
it'll be cool if they do something in January just to refresh us 6 months later,
Well,
and
and
let us
get
know
it and get a little update
tracking
for
what's
it.
up. Hmm.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, and I think and that's the thing. And I think when we come back, obviously in 2023, we'll get to talk about our holidays and the games that we play and stuff like that. There's not that much more coming out. I guess for the is there anything this month really towards the end of the month game wise coming
No, we
out?
got we got we know we got this month. I mean, we got I think the last game for me this year was High on Life. I don't
Right.
think there's nothing else
Yeah.
like that's huge for me to play on Xbox. I want to say it because I'm not on
Yeah.
PlayStation, but
And we won't be
on the
gone for long.
Xbox side,
Yeah, but right,
yeah.
you said on the Xbox side, it's high on life for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything, I mean, obviously DLC for Vampire Survivors and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Season refresh for Call of Duty. New season for Destiny that I'm playing right now. Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much the games I know that we're going to be rocking with at least for the next couple of weeks until we're back. On kind of like a nice little hiatus. I think we're going to come back that week after the new year. So probably January 8th is when you could
Yeah.
probably look
Oh yeah,
forward.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. We're taking the next two. So we reached that part of the show. So yeah, we're gonna take the next 2 weeks off because the holidays do, which is Christmas and New Year's Day or New Year's Eve for those who celebrate it, do fall on Sunday, which is when we do our shows on Sundays.
Yeah,
So we're gonna take the next 2 weeks off just to take that break, the holiday break with our family and friends, and celebrate that. For those who celebrated, happy holidays. We won't see you guys or hear you won't hear from us until January at the earliest, the 8th.
as far as
Um,
podcasts, we'll still be on Twitter and all that shit.
We'll still be on Twitter and all that stuff. We ain't going over that way. I'm
Yeah,
still on Xbox. Those who follow me on Xbox, let's play games. I'm gonna be more open about that and we just play whatever the hell I'm looking to play games with people now. But this year, if I want to recap this year, man, I was looking at my stuff. For me personally, I've played and completed over 100 games this year, which is
mm.
like mind-boggling when I looked at those numbers. And I stacked over 300,000. Well, not 300. I would say 100. No, I would say 200,000 achievement scores.
And just
But
this year, and just this year.
and just this year alone. But the most important stat to me is that we grew our channel from 250 to 414 subscribers.
Yeah, it's pretty
And the
dope.
most important stat to me is that you guys keep coming in here on a weekly fucking basis to support what we do. We're different. You guys know that, and we're proud of that. But that you guys support us and talk about us and keep coming in here week in and week out is one of the biggest stats of 2022 that I can praise. And I appreciate you guys for that because without you guys, there's no us. And the last thing I want to say to end out this pod is I got the best co-host, man. I say this every damn year, but it's every year it's true. I got the best co-host in the business. This guy here, just, and I don't want to. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, man. No, listen. I mean, I just want to echo what you're saying too. We're not doing this right now, obviously, for monetary gain. We're kind of just doing this because it's something we look forward to. The community that we've been able to build over the year. has been pretty dope. I mean, obviously we're well over a year into it now too. We actually made our year mark this year
Yeah,
in
we did.
2022. And then just like the constant conversations we've been able to have and the friendships we've been able to make as well too. With the Xbox Infinite guys, people like Umbra and Brisket and Jedi, the XBL guys that have always supported us, shouted us out, Ash and Redders and BMG, um,
And
yeah,
Timber and
and
Nick and
Denver being here, Nick being here, Stubbs being around, you know,
I
just
mean, we have a
everybody.
long list of people that
Yeah,
support us, and we don't want to leave nobody out. But obviously, we'll be here all night saying who are the ones that are in here all the time. Even the lurkers, man. Appreciate you guys, man. The support you guys give us. The shout outs on the pod. Like I'll go. I'm a lurker myself, so I'll go on everybody's pods, and I don't chat much anymore. Because I just want to listen. Like I appreciate what everybody has to say in this space, and I'm in there. And every now and again, I hear my name being called out to go watch the channel. I'm going, oh shit! And this is without me chatting and not, improv, like not triggering a response or like, oh, go check out. None of that. It's one of those things where I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Just like Logic said, man, the friendships and the connections that we've made through this pod has been amazing and will continue being amazing. And we just want to grow on that. I appreciate you guys for that support, man. You guys, more than you will know, has saved a lot of my of what I go through in my life, man. And I appreciate you guys coming in on Sunday to listen to me talk shit, our brand of talking shit, um, and how we love video games, man. On the PC side, Xbox side, PlayStation side, whatever side, we love it, and we'll continue on gaming. But that is going to be, unless Logic has something else to put to that, that is going to be our 2022 year in a wrap. I appreciate you guys as always. We love you guys. We'll see you guys in 2023, unless Logic has something to add.
nah, that's it, man.
Man,
You covered it.
that's it. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, and happy fucking gaming. Happy holidays,
Later,
everybody.
like, subscribe, all that good shit. Check us out. See
Yes,
you next year.
37%. Subscribe.
Yep, fucking subscribe right now, right fucking now.
Right
All right,
now.
all right, later.
Later.